UN Space Sail Wolf Squadron. It's your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I am your werewolf. Back again for another stream on Sunday of Sundays. We are finally streaming on Sundays yet again. Don't know if we're going to keep doing this every Sunday. Hopefully, we can do this every Sunday with my co host here, Owen Lister, the Guyver Patriot. Say hello, Owen.
Good evening, everybody. Your Guyver Patriot is here.
He has been quite away for a while. He's been on a journey to slay the Chronos industry, if you will. He's
Yep.
been a working man, everybody. Been a very busy man working on his comic book, Beetle Blaze. Recently, I've seen his artwork of Antvil. He has now put a bit of a cyberpunk, sci-fi, futuristic spin to it, and I'm digging it, everybody. I'm really digging the design, Owen. How has Bill Blaze been treating you? You've been a working man, like I said. Has there been any complications or anything you know roadblocking you of any kind? You tell me. Tell me on your end how your comic has been.
It's doing all right. I'm like it, slowly but surely. I'm working on like each page a week, doing the penciling, inking, and coloring from one of the drafts I made, and also thinking on like where the story will naturally take itself and all of that. It's doing all right. I'm even sort of working on designs for insectinators for our hero to battle.
I've seen also how you're experimenting with what looks to be promotional art for your comic as well. You've done a piece with your two main characters,
Oh
Jenny,
yes,
Gabriel, and Jeannie. Like that
yep,
recent picture of them locking arms.
yep.
I gotta say, I gotta throw in my artist critique hat in. You're still working on those anatomies, right?
Yeah, I am slowly but surely. That was the
Because
best one I could come up with for now. That pose was
I,
difficult to work on.
I hate to be rude, but I saw her pelvis, man. I'm like, oh boy, that's really tickling my anatomy trigger.
Okay, I got nothing
You
to say.
baby steps, dude, baby steps. Just
All right.
I will say, women anatomy is very difficult to work with.
Yeah,
Men definitely, but women more so. Women
it
more
is.
so.
There's more
It's
curves. That's the problem.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to start doing a video on how I draw my anatomy, and you could probably look at that and take a look,
Yeah.
you'll see how I do it. But other than that, you're like I said, your faces are improving for one. I definitely like that. I definitely like that Gabe face expression that you did, where he's looking angry.
Oh
And I
yeah.
sent you a gif on Twitter
Yes.
of powering up,
Yep.
saying powering up. I think it was Brawly, wasn't it?
No, it was
Or
Vegeta.
was Vegeta? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Vegeta powering up. It's the only thing I could think of that's like that could hit home. You know what was looking like to me in a way.
Yeah.
So let's get started into what we're really here for is talking about the Guyver, your favorite pastime, your fandom, your main man.
Yep.
And I'm going to let you lead on this one. I'm gonna let you lead the explanation of the Guyver series as a whole.
All right. So, to anyone who doesn't know about Guyver, it is a manga that is known as Bio Booster Armor Guyver, where it started all the way back in the 80s. Right now I can't remember the exact date, but it was somewhere around I believe the mid 80s, and then around 1980. I think it was either 85 or 86. The first anime adaptation, which was just a like 50-minute OVA short called Guyver Out of Control. Then around 1989 to 1990, we had like a two-parter OVA series. Like the first half in '89, and then we had the second half in 1990. Then over here in the U.S. in 1991, you had the first live-action adaptation. Uh, quite rough, but there you go with Mark Hamill. So you got that going for it. And a wrapping
Infamously known for
it,
having Mark Hamill
turn
in the
into a
cover.
cockroach.
Yeah, that too. But he was infamously like just promoted on the cover of the
Oh
movie
yes,
as the main character. But we're following some schmuck with teen angst.
whose only acting credit was on some sort of soap opera. So
Pretty
take,
much.
take what you will on
But,
that one.
and of
But
course, you're about to mention a rapping Zoanoid, which was played
yes,
by who Owen.
Brian Usna of Reanimator fame.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, you mean who played him? Oh yes, Jimmy Walker from Good Times as Henry Danger.
Dynamite. Yep.
Yes, you could have Brian
But we
Usna to thank for that, and among other
yeah.
things. But thankfully, in 1994, the main director from the first one, Steve Wang, who is known for doing creature effects on films such as Predator and Gremlins
Mm.
2 and The Monster Squad.
Mm.
And he always wanted to adapt Guyver and stay true to the source material, obviously, but unfortunately, Yuzna had something different in mind, trying to cash in on the Ninja Turtles. Hence the
Right.
reason why they tried to make it like a comedy, but failed miserably at it. But thankfully, in '94, Steve Wang was like, "No, I'm taking the reins on this," and gave us a much better version of what Guyver is supposed to be.
And
And
that one was
then
called.
Guyver, Dark Hero. And I
Mm-hmm.
recommend you check it out and buy that and not the Blu-ray updated first Guyver movie because all you're going to be getting is a polished turd.
You'll never need to watch the first movie to get the second movie. The second movie will
Yep.
get you up to speed. In fact, I'd rather the second movie get me up to speed than the first movie giving us a title crawl,
Yep.
a
Trying to
credit
be
crawl.
like
I mean,
trying to be like Star Wars, but not getting the reason why they do that.
admittedly, I like the narrator who did the narration for that,
Oh yeah, that was very
but
NA-esque right there.
movies back then they seemed to try to egg off of Star Wars with the whole opening crawl.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd even had that.
Oh.
Freddy's Dead, not necessarily a movie crawl, more of a quote slideshow.
Oh. Well, that's more
If you,
interesting. A best of.
it's Freddy's thoughts, by the way.
Oh, that should be entertaining.
Of course, there's also Waterworld. I think had that too, and Blade Runner to some extent.
It was a
I
half
miss. I might be.
bad.
Yeah. Some did it right. Some did it wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
Alone in the Dark.
Never seen that one.
Good. It's terrible.
All right. Oh, I haven't finished describing Guyver yet. And then after Dark Hero, in the round, I believe it was 2005, it got sort of a reboot anime where it's followed more of the plot of the manga a bit more accurately than like the previous adaptations, but still ended off in a bit of a cliffhanger. One of the main reasons is because in the manga, it like kind of it never really got finished, so there's no actual true ending to it. So you got that there, but it's still, I would say, a good read, and I think you should check it out. You can find it on any websites.
Hmm.
So just always sailing the high seas like everyone else does.
Now, let me welcome those who are in the chat right now. We have Neil Starr with his ever so awesome intro. The brilliant star that shines through the night, the iron wall that fends off evil. Rise, our man stands before you. Then we have Samuel Proctor with this gem of a quote.
Hmm.
Super Bowl with Wolf Tent Media stream on the same night makes a good night. You're
I
damn
forgot it
right.
is Super Bowl.
I almost forgot to. I have impeccable timing, don't I?
Yeah.
Neil Star also asks, "Is it weird that I kind of want to see Timothy crossover with Bob Booster Guyver?
As long as
It
it's
can
the
happen.
more darker version of the original comics that I'm currently reading, that can actually work.
I'm even open to a crossover with Spawn and Guyver, since they both are like. In the case of Spawn, it's a Necro suit, but still almost Bile armor.
As long as Spawn doesn't mope around like an emo kid, sure, why not?
Yeah, that was kind of like the. Can't really blame Spawn for that one because that was every '90s anti-hero.
That's true, but Spawn made it worse.
Yeah, Spawn. Well, Spawn was the progenitor for that,
Hmm.
somewhat. Punisher kind of actually, you know what? Punisher was actually the better of it because the better of the mini because he
Punisher
was
did
shucking
more.
that too. It same thing with Ghost Rider. Like
Hmm.
they're both actually who's to blame for that? Eric Draven from The Crow.
Oh, but there was actual thought behind Eric Draven.
However, however, Eric Draven is actually more assertive. So
Hmm. And there you go on that route.
Neil Star also says so. The original TMNT meets Guyver. Yeah, you could say that. At least they're not
Yeah.
plopping into the existence through a cow out of a cow mouth. That happened.
A
Do
cow?
you want a large cartoon cow, and they plopped them right into the world of either Archie or the Punisher.
That is weird.
It is like it's funny because it comes across as the writers and editors could not figure out how to put the TMNT into set world. So off you go out of a cow's mouth. There you go, the TMNT. They're here now. They couldn't come out of sewer. They couldn't come out of a dimensional portal from the what's that tank thing called again? The Terror Drone.
Yeah, Terra Drone.
Excuse me. I was about to lose my TMNT cred. That's why I coughed there.
Hmm.
Not kidding. But yeah, they couldn't come they couldn't come through a portal created by the Terror Drone. None of that. They just a cow just flipped over the page and belched them out. No, Neil Star. I watched Linkar's review of the TMNT meets Archie. Yeah, it was in Archie's kind of where that happened.
Oh, that's where they're a bit more like the '80s cartoon.
Oh, it's Technodrome, not Terradrome. Technodrome.
Ah, but
There goes my TMNT cred.
we'll talk about turtles on another time. We're on Guyver right now.
Exactly. So, what do you want to start off with? Because I know you got some notes that you want to point out
Well,
in
yeah,
the
mental notes, you could say.
yeah,
Like
as we do.
my idea for adapting or or in this case, rebooting the live action Guyver movies. My thing is I have to look at it this way. I want to be accurate to the manga, but I also have to take in consideration that what I'm doing is a U.S. counterpart to the Japanese version. So I also have to find some good counterparts to Japan and the characters and their names. Like John Barker is a good counterpart to show, but I'm
Yeah,
still thinking up of good counterpart names to Tetsuro, Mizuki, Agito, Genzo Makishima from Agito's adopted. father.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to be careful next time when I have Leia plus size with me when I highlight these comments because
Yeah.
she's like me. I think she has the exact same situational awareness that I have.
Uh,
Do check out me and her stream last Thursday. You like there were times when I highlight a comment, she instantly reads it. I'm like, oh no, she's got a situation. She's got really good situational awareness like me, but but I'm just like ready to read it. But she already like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that now because she's getting distracted.
all right.
Just a bit off topic there, but I I want to point out that the logistics about making such a movie. Would you go CGI with a bit of practical, or would you go all practical, just like the original Dark Hero movie?
I want to do what Del Toro did in like in Hellboy movies, and even in Blade 2, where we can at least
Okay,
try to combine it. Even in like what you saw in Underworld, where they managed
right.
to combine the digital effects but still use a lot more practical suits. That's what I want to do. So that way I can make their movements look a little bit more fluid
Mm-hmm.
in some areas where it wouldn't quite work if it was like all suits, but
Right.
then use parts where I can definitely use like, more practical animatronic suits. And I also want to film the fight scenes just like how you saw in like Dark Hero, but also
Right.
in other films that you would see in, say, like in Hong Kong.
Hong
Basically,
Kong cinema.
use little shaky cam and choppy editing as much as possible because I want
Okay.
people to actually see what's going on.
Right. Um. So let me ask you this: if you were to if you were to hire a concept artist or at least a makeup designer, costume designer,
Yeah,
because you know that each Zonoid had very extensive and very excuse me, yeah, very they're very exaggerated transformations and designs.
yep,
So if you were on say a timed deadline, right?
yeah.
Where were your ideas for each of the Zoonoids design? Like which Zoonoids would you want to focus on if you want to make this a feature length film to really focus on and get some screen time? Because you know we wouldn't be able. You know that given it that it's a maybe a three-part movie franchise, maybe
Yeah,
maybe even a six-part if they still want you to keep going, right?
yeah,
You know we wouldn't be able to cover every Zoonoid there
yeah. That's
is.
very true. I would want to. Well, first of all, I would will definitely would want to use the existing zoonoids from the manga. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, I would definitely want to use like the first three like more classic zoonoids that we know. Gregol, Gamor, and Ramatif.
Right.
Like I would use those three in the first movie to sort of get you, like, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? To
Get you a good idea of the enemies he's going to be facing. The
Yep,
stakes. The stakes are set with
yeah,
these monsters.
I would. And then, like, let's see, since this will be the first movie, I'm still trying to figure out a good placement for Guyver 2 that our hero would battle in the manga and anime,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to figure out whether to introduce Guyver 2 and the first hyperzoonoid, Zerbabuth, and maybe they sort of like team up towards like, towards the end, and that would be like the end of part 1. Like I'm thinking like part 1
Right.
main enemy would be Guyver 2, and like one of the more like bigger boss battles before Guyver 2, like like a second boss battle would be like Zerbabuth, the first hyperzone.
Would would Lisker be a factor in this movie too,
Yeah, but
or would he just be?
I'm keeping him as Guyver 2 Lisker, not Gregor, but he's been named Lisker. But we all
Right,
know it's Gregor.
right. And
And
how would you introduce the team team five?
ooh, that would be quite difficult because in the OVA, like the first like OVA series after Out of Control, they actually were introduced a lot earlier than in both the manga and the 2005 anime. So I would say they would be more for part two, and then the um, well, maybe not. No, actually, no. Save them for part three.
Yeah.
Part two would be Enzyme.
Okay. Enzai will be the final big bad.
Well, you see, is he came like in the OVA was sort of like more in the middle act when like Guyver got killed and everything.
Hmm.
So he wouldn't be the end boss per se. It'd be more like that would be like a second act kind of thing, and then the third act would be the destruction of the chronospace, and then part and then part three is that's when we'll be introduced to the more like other hyperzoonoids and even the lost numbers.
Continue.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, uh, yeah, in part like I said in part three, that's where we like I said we introduced the lost numbers, hyperzoonoid team 5, and all of that, and part four would be Relic's Point with Murakami and his
Hmm.
Protozoa Lord and everything. The main problem is like we don't have a good official ending for Guyver. Like the main manga didn't quite have an official ending.
Right, right, right.
So at this point, we'll have to
Definitely
pull
right.
like a Full Metal Alchemist like first series, not Brotherhood, where it's sort of like we'll
Yeah,
have to come up with an ending on our own. But don't screw it up like they did with Game of Thrones final season.
of course.
So it'll have to be a good ending that would make sense.
Well, of course, we know it's going to be our Guyver Sean Barker.
Yes.
If we're going to go with a name like that, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we will have to rename him because that's already been used. But our let's just go with Sean Barker for now.
Yes.
Um, we all know he'll win in the end, of course,
Yep.
but we have to make it epic.
Very
Um,
epic.
Now, I will ask this because we did bring up costume design. We
Oh
did bring
yes.
up the logistics of how we're gonna do the setting and camera work and all that stuff. Well,
Yeah.
not necessarily well, you mentioned camera work, but design wise, we all know how it's gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get into casting. Who would be your casting choices?
All right. Well, for show, like we all know that his character is very much the underdog type, right?
Hmm.
So we need to cast someone who looks very much like the underdog kind of hero. The two main
My
actors.
money is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in like that. Do you want to continue? Go ahead,
Yeah,
continue.
I had like right now. There's like
I got a
two.
little excited there, guys. I'm sorry.
There are two actors I have in mind that I actually can see in the underdog role. There is Ansel El. It's hard to pronounce his name. Elgort, I think, from Baby Driver.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
did.
yeah. I used to refer to him as Fault in Our Stars guy.
Yeah, I know everyone knows him from that, but I just refer to him as Baby Driver. Or there was
Yeah,
also someone like, say, Tom Holland, someone that has that sort of underdog look. Like,
You're talking about meek too, like a meek
yeah,
person.
because Sho
Like you,
was rather kind of meek looking, in both manga, anime. Like he has like he has very more youthful look to him compared to say like Agito.
keep going.
Like in for instance, if you notice the way how he's drawn in both manga and anime adaptation,
Right.
his eyes are a lot like are quite big,
Mm-hmm.
kind of innocent looking. Doesn't have
There's
much of
also
an athletic build to him. Very average.
so. Did you not like David Hayter as the role? I kid.
He
I
was a
kid.
much better actor, so I'm fine with him. Plus he's not exactly show. You could say he's much more like Agito
Mm-hmm.
in some cases. It worked for that movie, is what I'm saying.
You want to hear my casting choice of show?
All right, what do you got?
Um, Logan Lerman for one from Percy Jackson.
Hmm. I haven't.
If you
I've
want
I've seen that movie. Uh,
if you want to go with meek looking,
yeah,
you
I
haven't
think
seen
I've
Percy
seen
Jackson.
that.
Do you know
I've
what
seen
Percy?
it
Do you know
once. Remember I saw it only like once, but that was like a very long time ago. But I think I do remember the actor's face, and yeah, that could work
I was
too.
going to ask you like, do you know who Logan Lerman is? Like, do you know? Can you remember him by face? Because he was also in Fury with Brad Pitt, which he probably was going to disappear with that amount of cast that they had in that movie. Like those guys literally overshadowed that guy.
Ah,
Because you had in Fury, you had Brad Pitt, Michael Pena, John Bernthal, and Shia LaBeouf
oh,
all there. So obviously Logan Lerman, you wouldn't know he was in there until you actually watch the movie, and he's like the main character of that movie. You know,
yeah.
he's the audience surrogate in a way in that movie.
Ah, okay.
But I would go with him for show. My second pick would have been the new guy who's playing Paul in the upcoming Dune film.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Timothy, his name Timothy.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name. His last name is like a breeze, but I just know his first name is Timothy.
Okay,
I think his last name starts with a D
okay. Timothy D. Then Tim D.
or it's a weird. It, I'm at the risk of sounding stupid, but it comes off sound like a Europeanish name, so to
Oh,
speak. But he
okay.
would be my pick definitely. Now, if I were to do this movie that's not taking place in high school or at least around high school,
Yeah,
if I had to go for at least an adult person to play to quote unquote play a teenager,
yeah.
my try and true go to guy Charlie Hunnam, but he's showing his age a bit, so
Huh.
can't use him anymore. Definitely would go with mm, tip of my tongue. Maybe this is not black casting, by the way, guys. It's just me casting anybody who's really okay in my book. But John Boyega
Oh,
would be my pick. But like I said, I wouldn't be choosing him on the basis of his skin
yeah.
color. It's basically just John Boyega is a cool person that I don't know him. No, I don't know him personally, but so far of what I've seen him do on social media, what he's been able to speak up on, like being he's being his own person
Yeah.
and not some Hollywood schlub. So I picked him based on character. His character speaks in a way that like yeah, I want to hire this guy, so I don't think I'm gonna have any problems, with him on in production. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
But he would definitely be a pick of mine. Um, and then there's what's his name? What's his name? Oh, Jamie Bell. but he's probably again he's getting older. So
Uh,
Jamie Bell was the thing in Fantastic.
oh, never
He was
seen.
also in,
So yeah,
and you're lucky to not seen that, but he was also in Jumper with Hayden Christensen.
I don't think I've ever seen Jumper either.
You're lucky.
Oh, another bad one.
It's decent. It's just Hayden Christensen. The problem with it's not really the movie. The movie is not as tight as it should be,
Oh,
but the only reason why people don't like Jumper is because of Hayden Christensen.
oh,
That's the issue. It's because Hayden Christensen was still doing the Star Wars prequels at the time.
oh. That's a bit unfortunate
Yeah,
for that, but
it
okay.
is unfair. It is unfair because sadly he didn't his actor didn't change one iota bit after Attack of the Clones, so he kind
Oh,
of he's kind of still on the Anakin acting cred there.
yeah.
But other movies I've seen him in, he got a little bit better.
Okay, that's
Like
good.
I seen him in a lot Awake, and he's pretending to be under, but also conscious while he's under.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah.
All right, so we got our sort of casting ideas for our show, and our main thing is he has just like in the manga and anime, he has to have a very meek underdog look to him. Like when you
Hmm.
first see him, you don't think, "Oh, he's never going to be a hero. He's never going to amount to anything," which which makes it even more impactful when he gets the Guyver unit and
Right. Who would you cast as Misky, or at least the American equivalent? Now, actually, let's get the name changed real quick.
I have one for
Go
Misky.
ahead,
Melissa.
Melissa,
Yeah, that's the counterpart to Mizuki.
or or um, or in my case, Miriam or Maria would be mine.
Those are some good choices too. They
But
have to start.
and mind you, they don't necessarily have to start with an M either. They could be Felicia or Brittany.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound. It's not the same to me. I feel like it has to be an M for it to be a good counterpart. But that's
I'm
just
just
me.
saying, man. You're running the risk of just clone swapping there. Just be careful on that one.
All right,
You don't. You,
I just like Melissa a lot more.
yeah, Melissa's good. Melissa's good. But I'm saying like if you don't want to run the risk of that. It's like you just basically just you're I hate to say it, cultural swapping or cultural washing.
Oh, didn't know that was a thing. But
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I'm I'm saying a lot better than what most social progressives say it, which is they just fling the word around at everything. Whitewash, whitewash, whitewash.
oh, okay.
So I'm calling it as it should be called cultural washing, which is I'm saying this as because every country has done this.
Hmm.
Every country has cultural wash. Look at some of the movies that they've made that actually had that tells a story of one country, but they put other people into it.
Ah,
Take Attack on
yeah,
Attack on Titan for example.
oh
Attack on
yeah,
Titan for example, the live action.
yeah,
That's complete cultural wash there
yeah. They're all
because when
speaking
you look at
German. Well,
most of them,
yeah, except for Mika.
most of them,
Oh, I forgot her how to pronounce her name.
Mikasa.
Yeah.
I wasn't really talking about Mikasa specifically, but like most of them are like German-ish.
Oh, German European kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And you look at the live action of Attack on Titan, what do you see?
All
Nothing
Japanese.
but Japanese. So I'm saying like you want to always throw America as the perpetrator, bruh. Y'all need to look in the mirror and look elsewhere.
Yep.
But that's a side tangent that we ain't gonna get into.
Maybe
That
we'll
can be
stick with
a
Felicia
WCR
just
topic.
to avoid the risk of cultural washing. And
Yeah, well, at least not in the case of Ghost in the Shell, where she's Miriam Killian, and then they later gave her multiple Kusanagi.
oh,
Yeah, she was Miriam Killian in Ghost in the Shell, and then she later found out her true identity is Motoko Kusanagi.
that's a interesting twist.
You know, it's the only like interesting take on the movie itself,
Yeah.
which I'll admit I was a bit pissed off about it because at the time they were defending themselves about the whole fiasco with the casting of Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah.
and that plot twist did not help much.
I can imagine not. Yeah.
Because I sitting there, I'm like, bruh, the months and months at the time that you guys were defending the whole casting choice, this is the backstory you thought up of her? Wow, that puts in a whole different negative connotation there. Thank you guys for addressing the topic. Anyways, we'll move on. Give me your casting choices for Melissa, aka Misky, American Misky.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit I don't have a whole lot of actresses on mine, but again,
Dude,
I think it's
you're a
because
guy. You see a lot of hot women, and you cannot think of a casting choice for this character.
listen, I have to be very. I want it to be good. All right, I like Guyver that much. I'm not going to let the typical, she's hot. I need to make sure it could fit.
Bro, I'm not saying you're gonna pick Megan Fox as your first casting choice.
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying
that
you
would be
can't
awesome.
find you cannot find a decent actress or at least a good actress that's hot at the same time.
I'm
Are you
trying.
kidding me, Owen?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm all right. I'm not too familiar with a lot of actresses.
That's right. I forgot you don't watch that many movies.
No, all right. I'm sorry. So I'm going to say this.
I'm
Since
just
I have
I'm just throwing shade at you, buddy. I'm just throwing shade at you.
You're not the first one to do that. Anyways, since I have a bit of a bias towards Baby Driver because it's a favorite movie of mine, I would want.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yep, the actress who was the love interest to Baby Driver, or to the main character Baby.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, because they work very well together in that movie, so I figured, hey, why not?
Might as well do it with since Ansel's your first pick, right?
Yeah. If not
What
him,
about
then like someone like say Tom Holland.
what about Shailene Woodley?
What was she in?
Divergent series.
Never
And
seen
she was also in The Fault of Our
series.
And she was also in Fault in Our Stars. She was the main actress, the main
Ah,
character for that one.
so I have Baby Driver. Yeah, Fault in Our Stars.
What about Saoirse Ronan? I'm helping you out with my pedigree, by the way.
Ah.
Saoirse Ronan was Hannah, the movie Hannah. She was that little girl that can kick her butt.
Hannah.
She was all blonde, and it starred Eric Bana and Kate Blanchett.
I don't. Maybe I may have heard of it, but I'm not sure I've seen it. So
She was also in Lady Bird as well, but I have not seen that movie, and it's a highly acclaimed movie too. Let me give you another example. Haley Steinfeld,
that's a
who
name.
was the main actress in Bumblebee.
Okay. I've seen pictures of her. I think she would do well.
But you know what? If you want a certain actress to play the Misky type, I don't know. She's a bit too foxy.
Oh, a little too. Yeah, Misky has a much more pure look to her. I think. Girl,
Yeah,
next door
she's
type. That's what she is.
yeah. Haley is a bit foxy. Like if you look at her pedigree of movies and see how she's a good actress and she's a good person. I'm assuming she's a good person outside of acting.
Yeah,
but the role that she takes in, she has this foxy thing going on.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, again, if you want to change the character slightly drastically,
I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm saying if you're going for the outside the box thinking, you know, she could be a good choice
I
if you
know
want
people might
Misky to be a bit
I know
foxy.
people might
Foxy.
criticize me for saying this, but I think I'd rather try to keep it safe and try to at least respect the source material because there's too many outside the box thinking when it comes to adapting properties, if you know what I mean.
So let's keep going. There's also and I'm thinking
Tetsuo.
here real quick.
Oh,
No.
oh, okay.
We're still on
Still,
Misky, dude. Come
still,
on,
still.
we're still. You're not, bro. You're not tiptoeing away from Misky. I got the you know the backstage hook on you, and I'm pulling you back. Get your butt back over here. We're
Yeah.
not done here yet. We're gonna have some fun with this.
Okay.
Cast, Casting female actors is a fun pastime for me.
Oh, okay. So this is your thing. This is your pedigree. This is your
Yeah,
PhD.
I say you have my interest. Now you have my attention.
Oh, don't go Candyland on us now.
But who's another actress that's kind of like a big hit for me? Shall we bring in Zendaya, who is quote unquote MJ in Spider-Man in the MCU?
Well, that would be very risky because of the political climate. But if you think she can pull it off,
Oh,
all
relax,
right.
dude. Mitski's not even a redhead. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like every time there's a black actor in a role these days, everyone's like a little bit, you know.
But you have heard what I said. I'm not hiring her because she's black. I'm hiring
I
her
know,
because she has character.
I know. I'm just,
I'm just messing with you.
dude, I'm gonna have a heart attack after this.
Relax, dude. We can get through this. We're almost at the 50 mark, so I'm going to be taking some comments at that point too, and we're going to get into Agito and
And
Murakami
Tetsuo.
and Tetsuo. Yeah, we got to get to Tetsuo first before we get to Agito and Murakami. I know you probably got some really good choices for Tetsuo, but let's continue Mitsuki real quick. How about and this is me saying if we had to age them up, you
Okay,
know,
yeah.
how about Bryce Dallas Howard, who was in Jurassic World,
Oh, huh.
who was also Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3, for
Oh,
those who are not in the know.
oh yeah. Wow, she looks so much different in Jurassic World.
Yeah, she was also in the Twilight series, I believe.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least it didn't ruin
She
her
was
career.
she was a casting change later on the other movies.
Oh, she jumped ship. Good for her.
No. She continued after the first
Oh,
actress.
continued. Okay.
In a way, you could say that movie kind of got her noticed.
Oh, all
So you
right.
can thank that movie for her being in more movies now,
All right.
aside from Spider-Man 3, which is interesting.
Well, yeah, I did see her casting. Yeah, that's good.
How about ooh, Alexandria Daddario, who was also in Percy Jackson,
Oh,
and also
was she?
she's the main female lead.
Yeah, was she like the daughter of Athena or something?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
she's got striking eyes though. So again, that's another foxy actress
Yeah.
that I'm choosing too. She's also a foxy actress next to uh who did I say earlier? Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah. Steinfeld from Bumblebee.
Uh, da, 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 da. We can also add in Megan Good? Not kidding. She's too old. For those who don't, well, Owen, you don't know who Megan Good is, do you?
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Have you ever heard of Roll Bounce with Lil Bow Wow, or Bow Wow as he was known at that time now?
I don't know many rappers, so
Dude, how do you live?
hey, I wasn't much of a rap fan at a young age. I was more into rock and roll and metal. You know this.
I know. I'm
I
just
don't even
teasing
listen
you,
to many
buddy.
modern music at my time, or even today. I was always
You're all the
old
better
school.
for it. You're all the better for it. It's another movie that she's been in. She's mostly been in black films. Um, that's gonna be hard to pinpoint anything that you might have not. Ooh, you did see Shazam, haven't you?
Shazam. I haven't yet. No.
Well, she does appear in that movie. She was
Oh,
the
one of the other
she was one of
Shazam
the,
children.
yeah, she was the avatar for the Shazam kids, the the
Okay.
the, the littlest of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was in the Cookout. Neil starts helping me out. She was in Cousin Skeeter as well. She must have been a tyke at the time. But with, I was saying her name is a joke because she's not my type.
Okay.
Uh, Plus she reminds me of my ex girlfriend
Oh.
by look. I mean by look.
Yeah. So that's hilarious.
Um, it's probably why the reason why I can't really look at her the same way no more. Anyways, personal personal stuff aside,
I could just
uh,
real quick. I could just
let's go.
imagine we're like doing casting, and then she comes. Then that actress faces comes in, and I was like, "What about her?" And you'd be like, "No," and be like, "Why?" She reminds me too much of my ex girlfriend, and it's like, "Okay, then next."
Be like one of those interviewing montage like in Mystery Man.
Yeah.
Have you seen Mystery Man?
Only little bits and pieces on YouTube and a review, so I do know of it.
But you have seen the interviews, right? The
Yeah, I
interview
looked up the
scene.
interview on YouTube. That was quite funny.
That's how I imagine it.
Yeah.
Uh, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
I guess that will be it for now. You know, Alexandria Daddario, Haley Stanfield, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did I name? Saoirse Ronan, and of course the main actress who played in Baby Driver.
Yes.
Definitely will be picking her mostly. Her and maybe the chick who played in Warm Bodies, but no, I actually passed. She's cool. She's good. She's good. Don't worry. She's good.
Okay.
She has too much of bad girl look to her.
Oh. Okay.
So if anything, I would have, if we were to add Valkyria, a very obscure character from Out of Control.
Oh yeah.
If we were to add Valkyria as the main villainess, she would have been casted for that. The main actress for Warm Bodies.
Quick, is she a redhead?
She's blonde.
Okay, we're gonna have to give her a red wig.
I think she can pull off a dye.
All right, we'll dye her hair then.
Saoirse Ronan is definitely good with being redhead. Dude, if casting requires a redhead, why not Haley Williams from Paramore? But then again, she can only sing. I don't know about her acting though.
Oh, yeah. Want to be careful.
Actually, you know,
singers as
actually, you know who will be my cast for Valkyria?
who?
Elizabeth Hurley from the remake of Bedazzled and Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, she wasn't in Spy Who Shagged Me. She was in International Man of Mystery, actually.
Ah, all right.
The first Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Definitely would, but I don't know what she look like now. Unfortunately, though my casting for Valkyria would be quite milfy.
I mean, she was I mean, like I said, obviously she was much older than show, but like I'm not sure how many years because anime they don't really show their age that much.
Or they don't have a gauge for it
Yeah,
until you see the bags under their eyes.
yeah.
So before we get into Tetsuo real quick, let me look over the comments because they've been
Well,
quite busy. Okay. Start from the top. Now we're here. Started from the top. Now the whole team here. Started from the top. Okay, now we're here. Neilstar says, "Man, I've never been good at picking live action actors. I'm so used to seeking out voice actors for roles." I mean, we
watch
can
it.
do that too with the Zoonoids.
Oh, like hack, like get character actors who can also do good voices.
Mm-hmm. Casey Scott says, "Speaking of Guyver, I got 2 volumes of the manga. Nice."
Very nice.
Neil Star says, "It's all good, Wolf Ted. I'll totally hire John Boyega for a movie role. He needs more. He needs
Yes,
more love."
he needs better films. Is what he needs.
And he says, "Hell, Japan has done that several times with Western adaptations. When I mentioned cultural washing."
Ah,
He also says, "Wow, I'm going to have a rough go for a live action Rise of Man." Well, if you get a mic and pack a stand your butt onto the plate, we can talk about your ideas for a Rise of Man live action. Next Thursday is open. The Thursday after next, I mean.
mm.
Oh, he corrected. He said Casey Scott corrected. He says he has a total of 3 volumes.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Casey Scott says outside thinking Snyder curse you.
Keep
Outside
him
the box thinking he was
away
talking
from
about.
Guyver. Keep him absolutely far away.
I was just having it for the higher for the action bits, not for the writing bits. That's the only thing I would have him on. Other than that,
He can
yeah,
storyboard if he wants.
yeah,
That's all I would give
definitely.
him.
Star also says, yeah, Mitsuki is a bit more Gwen Stacy than Mary Jane. Yeah, Mary Jane's foxy. Gwen
Yep.
Stacy's more girl next door.
Yep.
Back in the days, now when Ultimate Marvel came about, you cannot tell the difference.
Oh,
When you read Ultimate Spider-Man, the comic,
yeah.
they both were almost. They both were almost the same because they're because you had both Gwen and Mary Jane. The only difference, marginally different, between Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy is the fact that Gwen Stacy was more of a trouble girl, and Mary Jane was the party girl, but she kind of like had a bit of a she had a limit. She had a limit, but Gwen Stacy was more of the trouble girl. Like she the way like she was Boom Boom from X-Men Evolution. She was like a wild card, but she had a good reason. She used her wild cardness as an outlet to express herself, and she was hurting inside.
Well, I bet you'd be happy that Spectacular Spider-Man had a much better dynamic between MJ and Gwen.
Now it's not to say that they had no beef. Is what I'm saying. It's like when they were together, you can barely tell them apart.
Oh, okay.
But there was like if you separate them, you can actually see them individually and get the different dynamics between their interaction with Peter
Okay.
versus their interaction with each other.
Okay.
He also mentions, unless we're talking about Gwen Stacy from the Spanish Spider-Man run, Miguel. He's talking about Miguel. 2099, I think.
Oh, okay. I only have the first issue of
Sam
that.
Sarah Parker says we don't talk about the Percy Jackson movies. No, we don't. Never again.
I wasn't much of a fan of the books either, to be quite honest, when I was first reading them.
The books had an interesting premise. The movies just butchered them and stitched them together like a Frankenstein, especially in the second movie.
Yeah, the books
Kid Scott
didn't interest me
says
that much.
Yeah. Kid Scott says Mystery Men Haven't heard that movie in years. Uh, he also mentioned Neil Star mentioned says I think CeeLo Green was actually in Mystery Men. Let me think real quick. No, he was not. There was a black guy there, but it was not CeeLo Green. You're probably talking about Kel Mitchell, Neil Star. I think he's talking about the disco gang.
Oh,
Maybe he was there. Maybe he was there. Maybe as a cameo, or at least like a one of the kind of like a cameo scene when they did the interview montage.
hmm.
I only watched how many times I've watched that movie. I should remember everything that happened in that movie. As many times I've watched that movie. Anyways, let's move on to Tetsuo's casting. Who you have as Tetsuo?
Now this one will be quite odd because they're supposed to be siblings, but the
Jack
first
Black.
he's a bit old, don't you think?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if he was a lot younger, I actually would cast him. But like another,
But he has that nasally sound though. That's the problem. To really be taken seriously.
yeah,
And
I
we all know
would,
how
I would
voice actors voice.
say
Go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
one actor that keeps popping into my head that I honestly would make a great Tetsuo would be the
Mm-hmm.
actor who played Peter's best friend Ned from Homecoming.
Oh, nice. Then you would have to cast Zendaya at least, or
Yeah,
they could be adopted siblings,
yeah, I was
like they
gonna.
did with Fat Four Stick.
Yeah, I mean, we can get away with adopted siblings or like mixed marriages because that happens a lot too.
Exactly, and they do
So
have parents.
yeah, we can get away with that, I think. Because right now it's like every time I picture that actor, it's like he would actually make for a good Tetsuo. Like the way he interacts with Peter and everything, it's like that's a lot like how Tetsuo and Sho would sort of interact.
Okay, who will be your next pick
My
to
next
fit that
pick,
criteria?
hmm, that's where it gets a bit difficult because I can't think of many that would really that I could really buy as Tetsuo.
Quick question:
Yeah.
does he have to be thick?
Hmm.
Is what I'm saying. Does
I mean,
does he really have to be thick?
if we're going to try to be more, faithful to the adaptation, I would say yes. But if there's room for some, uh, dare I say, outside the box thinking, maybe there. I would say maybe. It depends if the actor could really capture the mannerisms well. That I can look over that.
Cause my pick would be maybe Jonah Hill.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I didn't even
If
think of that.
not that, if not that, the guy who played Reed Richards in Fan Four Stick, I think his name was you probably don't know who he is. He
I
was also
probably.
in the Divergent series too.
Oh. Again, another series I have not seen that I know is based off of YA
I know his
novels.
last name is Cusack. He's not related to John Cusack though.
Okay. Just coincidence, like Johnson and
Yeah,
Johnson, no relations.
him or maybe Michael B. Jordan if we wanted to race swap.
Ooh. But isn't he a bit too handsome? You know what I mean?
Who says Tetsuo is not handsome?
I mean, what I'm trying to say is like I see Michael B. Jordan as a more Agito type.
But if you watch Chronicle, he does have that brotherly friendship type.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, he's pretty good too. So if he's able to do it,
Oh, he's really good at doing that. You having trouble there, buddy?
hmm?
You kind of made some sounds there. You wrestling something over there?
No, I'm on my chair. I don't know. Maybe I may have tapped something. I'm fine.
Okay, that's all I wanted. I just checking in on you, buddy. Didn't
Okay.
want You know me. You know the Wolf Commander. I always take take uh take great pains to make sure my wingmen are all safe and sound, especially in these times.
Yeah,
Um, my next pick would I know I said Jonah Hill.
yeah.
Uh,
Which he can he do serious? Just wondering, like,
he
is there like a movie or a scene that can show
he
he can be
has actually,
serious?
or at
Oh,
least he's. Let's just say he grew up from that whole. Uh, he in ways he has grown up to be more mature,
okay.
not immature. He's far from super bad.
Oh, okay.
Let's
That's
just say that he's far from super bad.
that's good because
I don't
like
know how he is in person though. I don't know how he is in person,
right, but yeah,
but
because I can actually see him as Tetsuo also because actually can pull off the more like
but
intelligent type.
unfortunately he's too old.
Oh,
He's
that's
he's
right.
his age is showing.
Yeah. I mean, how old is he right now? Is he like in his early 40s or late 30s?
I'm pretty sure he's 30s, but the
Oh,
lifestyle he's probably living. I'm saying that the lifestyle he's living makes him look older.
oh, yeah. I mean,
That's what I'm
technically,
saying.
I mean, technically, like he is sort of like Tetsuo the character. He is kind of older than Sho and Mitsuki, so it would kind of be appropriate.
Hmm.
I mean, if you notice on
Um.
like the uniforms that Sho and Tetsuo wear, like you see like on their collars, like Sho
Yeah.
is second year and Tetsuo is like third year.
Yeah. But
So
there's also we can also add in this is an obscure movie. Most people kind of don't like it because it's very disturbing. There's a main character. There's a main actor who plays it, and he's ooh ooh. You know who also be a good candidate for Misky?
who?
Florence Pugh from the upcoming Black Widow movie. Who plays her sister,
Oh, okay. Well, what was her name again?
Florence Pugh.
That's an unfortunate last name.
It's spelled Pugh. So
Okay, but still, people are going to be making memes on that one.
they don't. They respect her.
Oh, okay.
That's how I assume it's pronounced.
Uh,
Yeah, that's just how that. Or you can go with Maisie Williams too, who's Arya Stark in Game of Thrones, and she recently played in New Mutants.
oh, I never seen New Mutants or Game of Thrones, but
She's the right height to play Misky.
what character did she play in New Mutants?
She played Wolfsbane.
Oh, I've seen pictures of her. Yeah, she had like the bowl cut and wears like this like long sleeve shirt.
Yeah, and red hair.
Oh,
She's
actually,
the short redhead.
wow, you're right. I actually could see her as Miss Key. She is sort of in the right in that right
The
height.
American equivalent to Misky, basically.
Yeah, cast her then.
Um, Now we got that settled. Let's get back to Tetsu. But there's a main actor I would pick if we were to have to make Tetsuo a bit jockish, but not the stereotypical jock like in the '90s.
Yeah.
He's like that one more Eddie from Family Matters than Flash Thompson is what I'm saying.
Oh,
And there's sirens in the
the
background.
eldest son in Family Matters. You mean?
Yes,
Okay.
where he looks like a jock, but he has a sweet face to boot.
Oh,
He's not the typical jock.
okay. Can he also pull off
He's
intelligence? As that we need that too because Tetsuo is known for his
well,
conspiracy theories and whatnot.
Well, I'm not saying intelligent. I'm saying like he has the stature of a jock, but he's like a sweet guy. He's, he's
Okay.
got he's got he's got sweetness to him. Like
Okay.
he's the put it like this. He's the guy that every woman wants to marry, versus the
Uh,
guy everyone wants
fornicate.
to yeah. See, this is why I have you here.
That is like
You
the
have
best word to go
you have
for.
the way of proper censorship, not censorship, proper censorship.
Yep, just find the right word.
But okay, so we're at 1 hour already. We can keep going. My next pick will be ooh, uh, da, 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 da. I guess we can pick Tom Holland for that one, or maybe you gonna like this one,
Okay.
Andrew Garfield.
For Tetsuo?
Yeah, for Tetsuo. You don't like I said he push like this. You don't have to really try to put them in a like the picture fit
Right.
holes that used to play, the little block things.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to fit them in the block. You have to really get creative with how you what should matter is characterization.
Yes.
That's what should always matter. So even if he's a white dude that don't look like Tetsuo in the manga,
Yeah.
he's Tetsuo in characterization.
Ah, in
So
spirit.
so Andrew Garfield, I definitely would pick as a as Tetsuo because he doesn't look that old
Yeah.
at all. I
Yeah.
would have picked Tobey Maguire, but nah,
He's looking a bit older.
he's seen better days.
Oh.
Him and Jake Gyllenhaal,
Ooh.
who was also Mysterio in Far From Home.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too.
Because you
Oh.
shave his beard off, he gets young. He gets really young.
Yeah. I was gonna
And
say we have to come
I'm
up with
sorry.
like we need like a counterpart name for Tetsuo.
Go ahead and say it before I pull up Professor Geek.
Okay, what I was going to say was like something like the first thing that came to mind was Tommy.
Oh, okay. Now you're making me think of casting Jason David Frank as Tetsuo.
No. Jason Davis Frank is way too awesome looking to play a nerd. I'm afraid.
Well, he
I was
did play
casting
a
as a hyper.
teacher.
Yeah, but he played like the cool teacher, not the nerdy teacher.
He still wore glasses, man.
You see, he looked good in glasses. He had that hipster look to him with the spiky
Now,
hair and
why
everything,
would you? Now,
and
why
a little
would you
bit of.
put hipster with Tommy?
I'm just saying that's what they would usually say for the cooler looking
Get
nerd.
out! Get out! Nep. I'm not the biggest fan of Tommy, but that is numero uno on blasphemy. You will never ever assert that Jason David Frank is a friggin' hipster.
I didn't say
No
he was
way,
a
sir.
hipster. They sort of dressed him like one.
Dishonor. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on you. I'm messing with you, dog. You cool.
I was gonna say I ain't got no cowboy.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull up Professor Geek, entertain everybody with more Guyver trivia.
Okay. All right. Let's see what everyone has got here. Let's see. Uh, Samuel Proctor. Hello, my name is Tom. uh, yeah, yeah. Casting the Brit as an American. What else is new? And then replying to Neil Star. Oh yeah, about Flash was slanderized into a stereotypical jock. Wasn't his whole thing was mocking Peter for turning down invites? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess Flash Thompson would have been more of the. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not as wordy as Wolf 10 is, but yeah, maybe let me just get back to Guyver for a moment. But I guess I can talk about like say what I would do for like for action wise. Like I said, I definitely would want a lot more wide camera shots, like something you would see in Guyver Dark Hero, definitely. Um, a little bit what you see in like the Matrix. I would say more like in Matrix One and less in Matrix in the other in Matrix 2 and 3 because it did go a little bit too overboard, and I don't want to go too CG with the effects. let's see what else. I definitely will keep it violent. All right, so let's get this out here. Guyver works best as an R rating. That's the truth. We all know it. And that. So yeah, definitely I would keep it bloody. Let's see what else. Oh, I didn't mention who I would pick to like work on the suit designs and like the creature effects. I definitely would like to see Steve Wang and Guillermo del Toro working together. That'd be cool to see.
And I'm back. And the comments blew up a bit
Yeah.
while I was away. It's interesting how the new format I'm doing is working really good.
Yep.
I'm loving it. Um, we're still on Tetsuo.
Yeah.
I just thought about Power Ranger actors that can probably help you out if you've watched most of the Power Rangers series.
I only like remember the ones I've seen. I was like up to about Jungle Fury is where.
That's close. That's good enough.
Yeah.
We can start. If speaking of Jungle Fury, why not the guy who played the Black Ranger there?
I mean, wait, was there a Black Ranger? I thought there was like red, yellow, and blue, and then he had like the special like Rangers.
So in Jungle Fury, oh, I thought about. I'm thinking about Wild Force.
Oh, okay.
When
Oh,
you
I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
why when you said Jungle Fury, I thought I instantly thought Wild Force. That's correct. See, this is why
It's
they should not.
similar themes. That's what it
No, no.
is.
The thing is, this is why they should not be repeating. Not necessarily things, repeating. Motifs, power motifs.
Yeah.
Like now they're doing Dino Fury.
Oh yeah, more dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're going back to. I'm like, you guys need to really find which Sentai y'all gonna try to adapt and try not to repeat the exact same stuff over and over because they're starting to bleed into each other. You went
Yeah.
through dinosaurs 4 times already. Knock it off.
Yep. At
You
least
want
let
me
me.
to count? Original, Dino
Yep.
Thunder,
Yep.
Dino Charge, and now Dino Fury. There you go.
Yeah. Maybe put the dinosaurs to rest.
At least call them dragons.
Ooh, that'd be much better.
But we know the Sentai footage ain't gonna allow that because each week. Never mind. That's in fact I can make that into a talking topic too, like what we have here in the title, talking whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I'm starting to do that from now on as well with the WCR. When I have you guys, any of you guys, either one or two of you guys with us, do talking with, you know. So Power Rangers can I know I did a stream of Power Rangers, but we can bring back that talk for those who are fans of Power Rangers. And I just want to see if I'm not alone in the person who actually went through all the series thus far. Thus far, because I know some people dropped off, but we're still talking about the Guyver. Let's get back to the Guyver.
Yes.
And I only bring up Power Rangers because I could think of actors that could probably be a good Tetsuo. Like, did you see the Beast Morphers yet?
I've seen little bits and pieces.
So there's a Power, the Blue Ranger. Speaking specifically, the Blue Ranger will be a good pick for Tetsuo.
Oh, okay.
um, there's also now you know we can stop right there and get to Agito now.
Yep. I already. Also for Agito, I got Adam.
From where? Johnny Young Boss.
No,
Are you
no,
talking
no,
about him?
no. For like the counterpart to
Oh,
Adam.
the
Yeah.
name. Gotcha. I go with Zane or
How about Zane Adams?
Nice. Or Jimmy,
Jimmy
as a
Adams.
reference to Jimmy Walker.
Oh, I go that far. The thing is,
At least he.
I got some plans for like if we're gonna have to have a striker. Like I know you would want to make him more intimidating. Me, I would purposefully write him annoying. That way, when Guyver like when he comes at Guyver, I can have Guyver rip his absolute like
They have a basically
jaw
have a
off.
just basically have a blade moment.
Yes, that's what I do. Have a blade moment as my own
I got
little
two
screw
heads, man. I
you.
don't know which one. I have two heads, man. I don't know which one I'm gonna kill you with.
Yep, it'll be that moment when like everyone will cheer when the annoying character finally gets it because they too have had it up to here.
Um, for Agito, go ahead. Give me your pick.
Uh, that this one was a little tougher because like first like with Akito like he is like a the anti-hero type basically. He has his own plans
Right.
and everything. Now this is where I was like I said like right now I'm thinking like Mike like I said Michael B. Jordan would fill the role pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I
Be,
agree.
like based off of Killmonger basically. Like he can look quite intimidating.
Why would you go for Killmonger for that template?
I mean, I know not everyone will like the character, but it's just like he got that presence. What I mean,
I'm in the minority that doesn't like the character.
right? I'm just going by for like like physically wise, he
Yeah,
and plus he
physically.
got that charm about him too, like the actor I'm talking about.
What? You're a black man. You don't even like Killmonger. You don't think Killmonger did anything wrong? Oh, I know he did everything wrong.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Black Panther, but yeah, I don't think I was in the category of like he didn't do nothing wrong. I'm like he blew up
He's
people, killed.
still a villain, whether
Yeah,
you agree with what he was saying or not. He is still a villain.
yep,
He ain't the hero of his own story.
nope. But yeah, like right for now, either like Michael B. Jordan or how about this? Maybe John
Mm-hmm.
Boyega.
Mm.
I mean, they both got that sort of bit of angst, but also got that kind of like suave charm to them. You know what I mean? I know you didn't
So
quite
long
see it
as
that
he's
much
not,
in the Star Wars sequels, but he's still got that look to him.
so long as he's not Jake Pentecost, he's
Who?
the well, I wouldn't say illegitimate, but he's like the long lost son of Stacker Pentecost from Pacific Rim.
Oh, I haven't seen Pacific Rim 2. I now know what you mean, but
You
all right.
don't want to.
All right. So yeah, as long as we don't go in the direction of Pacific Rim 2 or any of the Star Wars prequels, I think John
No, no, no.
Boyega
I
would work.
mean, I didn't like his character, the way his character acted in Pacific Rim 2. That's what I mean. Like, don't
Okay.
have him act like that.
Right.
Well, like, yeah, get the charm.
Yeah, you
Give him
gotta
the
have the charm, you gotta have the angst, you gotta have that sort of intimidating look that he has. It's kind of cold when you look at him. Usually
hmm
in the eyes.
Oh, if you want to go with that, might as well cast Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
Oh, yeah. I
I
mean,
seen him in Kong Skull Island. He can do action.
yeah, I know. It's just like he seems much older than the other character. He would seem much older than the other cast,
But
though.
like I said, like I said, does he have to be young? Like
True.
super young.
Like he doesn't have to be like super super young. You're right. But yeah, Tom Hiddleston can work, or you know. But I do see Tom Hiddleston more as a Alkenfeld type.
Murakami
No, I said
or
Alken.
Murakami.
Or yeah, I guess I could see him as Murakami. But then
He's
again,
got the
look at
hair for it,
yeah, he does have the hair.
somewhat.
But like
Continue.
Murakami has
I
that
keep cutting you
sort
off.
of. Yeah, I was saying Murakami has that more Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry kind of feel going on. Going on.
Mm-hmm.
with
But
that hand.
we'll get to him soon.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
get.
continue, Agito.
Yeah, yeah. So so far we got either Michael B. Jordan or John Boyega or maybe Tom Hiddleston. You know, it's
Hmm.
trying to think who else can have that. Charm, a little bit of angst, and that kind of cold like stare they can give, like very calculating.
Ooh, I think I got one.
I may have one too, but this would be very controversial.
I can't wait, but let me give you my casting choice.
All right.
Uh, Now I'm blanking on his face. I'm blanking on his face now. It's somebody. Shoot. Ooh, he was Jason in the 2017 Power Rangers film,
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
but he was also in Stranger Things season 3 and 4.
Hmm. I haven't even seen Stranger Things
His
either.
his name is Dacre Montgomery.
Okay.
Dude, pull up your Google so you can look up these names.
I'm
He's
on my phone.
Australian.
Okay.
He that's got nothing to do with it, but just let you know, he's not American. He's
Right.
Australian.
All right. Well, still, if he can play the character,
That's
all right.
yeah. He's got this. He's got like a bit of a tough guy streak going on that really sells, really sells. Um, like I said, if you want to go with young, he's 27. I think he's probably 28 now. But like I said, shave off his beard. He de-ages really good, really good.
Okay.
Then there's let's
You
get
want
into
to?
your controversial pick.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh, I'm blanking on his name, but the actor that played Edward in Twilight.
you mean Rotten Pattinson as Agito?
Well, he has that cold stare about him, and he was actually quite good in Tenet. I will say that he was very good in that one.
I don't like his attitude in the public eye.
Right, right.
Had he not said what he said about building up muscle and all that stuff, I would have went for that.
True,
But
true.
as right now, nah.
But
He needs to redeem himself on that front.
hey, I would make him
But
work out. I would say no.
that being
You need to
said,
hit the gym right now.
that being said, I hope he's recovering.
Oh yeah, the whole COVID thing. Yeah, hopefully he is feeling better.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
like
that was
even though I don't like his his character, I don't wish the man death.
yeah. But yeah, that was like my own little controversial pick, just because it's like,
That
hey,
was controversial.
well, I know not many people like him that much, especially as the role of the Dark Knight. But still, it's like,
They don't like him for many things. Twilight was just the tip of the iceberg.
yeah. But that was just one of those more crazier, like, if we can make it work and everything.
Hmm.
But
Anyways, continue. Give me a if you can give me another pick. Is what I'm saying.
another pick, I mean, another pick because I haven't seen him around much, but maybe Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe as Agito.
Well, Harry Potter. Yeah, yeah, Harry
I
Potter.
know who he is.
Okay.
I'm just saying him.
He's got a bit of that angst in there too.
Not really. I don't. I see him always optimistic and hopeful.
Uh,
Thanks to Harry Potter, because yeah, he does get a little bit angsty towards the Deathly Hollows Part 1 and 2.
well, I see him
At least,
trying to branch out a little bit more. You know.
yeah, but there's hardly any movie I've seen him in where he's actually broody and stuff like that, other than maybe Lady in that one Ghost movie he was in. I forgot what it's called, but maybe that. But other than that, like every movie I've seen him in, or at least where I did see him in, he's like the upbeat kind of person, basically.
Huh.
But as Agito, maybe he could put, you know, you're going for a more unexpected casting choices.
Yeah,
That's where you're going with.
I'm and try to get a good performance out of him.
Mm-hmm. That's where you're going with Dan. That's why you picked Dan Radcliffe and maybe Robin Pattinson, like unexpected choices.
Yeah, to see what they could
Um,
do. Because I think back to like say when Michael Keaton was first cast. Some people were like thinking he might be too comedic for the role, but then when they saw him in theaters, they like changed their mind, saying like, "Oh no, he could actually be serious."
there's also had he not sadly passed, I would have casted Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one too. Especially when I
But
see him, especially like as like Joker, I'd be like, he can be real scary if he wanted to be. In some cases, Agito can be kind of terrifying in his coldness.
mm-hmm. um, cool, calculated, steely eyes.
Yeah,
There's another actor who can do that too. There's another actor who can do that, and goodness, I'm trying to figure out who was the one that actually can pull, who actually did pull that off. I think it was what's his name? What's his Chat? Why are you not helping us with these casting choices? Come on, participate, guys.
yeah. Come on, chat. Give us
Uh,
ideas.
again, steely eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Only person I can think of right now is Army Hammer, but he's got a little bit of a controversy going on behind him, so we gotta distance ourselves with that guy.
The name
There's
sounds familiar.
He was the Lone Ranger in the
Ah,
live action Lone Ranger movie,
okay.
and Man from Uncle.
Never seen Man from Uncle.
Not kink shaming anybody because it was surrounding a kink that he kind of enjoys,
Oh,
but
what was
that
it?
yeah, I'm not gonna say it on here. You Clownfish TV talked about it,
Okay,
so yeah, look up their video for that controversy.
okay.
Um, it would have been him definitely, but he's a bit too old. Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner 2049 and The Notebook,
Oh,
specifically where he's best known from 2049 and Notebook.
never
Those would have
thought
been my
never thought of them for being cold and calculating when I see him.
watch Blade Runner 2049, or at least watch a scene from Blade Runner 2049. He plays. I wouldn't say he's cold calculating, but he
Huh.
plays a very hard boiled enforcer type. Really good.
Okay.
That and maybe Jared Leto from
Oh,
he was the
yeah.
he was everybody's most hated Joker
Yeah.
from Suicide Squad.
Hot Topic Joker.
Yeah, there we go. Hot Topic Joker.
Yeah. All right.
So we're in the 1 hour 30 minutes. So let's get into some more comments real quick before we move on to Morikuma.
All right.
Morikumo.
Murakami.
Start from the top. Murakami. Murakami.
Oh wait,
Yeah. Why am I?
we need a also good casting for um Genzo Makishima in
Oh, the dad,
yeah. I have the best one.
Brian Cranston.
No. Tom Selleck from Blue Bloods.
Hmm. Tom Selleck.
He even looks like the character with the mustache and everything.
But again, does he have to look like him?
No, he doesn't have to, but that would
I'm
definitely be
messing
my
with you.
first. All right.
I'm messing
I
with you.
was saying he was like my first choice right there.
We have Casey Scott saying
Yeah, Brian Cranston.
Tetsuo!
Oh,
Canada! That's it! Why don't you fight your battles with your bare hands? With their bare hands! From now on, you won't have to be in charge of the heroics. Wait, I'm saying that line wrong. From now on, I will be taking care of the heroics.
well,
Accurate quotes. Gotta
yep.
love them. Uh, Neil Star also Neil Star says, "No, Wolf. There was an unofficial continuation of the Spider-Man comics in Mexico that operated uninformed the infamous Gwen Stacy death. I'll send some links later tonight. Thank you."
Oh,
Sam Proctor says Flash Thompson wasn't even that much of a bully in the comics. They're talking about Flash Thompson, by the way. He
yeah.
says Neil Star adds in, he says Flash was kind of fun to rise into stereotypical jock. Wasn't his whole thing was mocking Peter for turning down invites and social events to do something else? Yeah. It's kind of like the whole Johnny and Daniel LaRusso situation in Cobra Kai,
Oh,
so to speak.
still need to see that
But
show.
editorial standpoint there. Hello, my name is Tom Holland, and I can't wait for you to see my newest movie, Spider-Man: Far From Home. That's my attempt at British accent.
He
Sam
is
Proctor also
very British, I will say. When he speaks, like in interviews and whatnot, it's like,
he's so adorable about though when he does it.
it's like
Sam Proctor also go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like something from Mary Poppins.
Oh wow.
Not Dick
Sam
Van
Proctor
Dyke British,
says
but like proper British.
Sam Proctor says Peter was a jerk in high school. That is true. If you read the first issue of Spider-Man,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is kind of a jerk.
It was chip on his shoulder type.
Mm-hmm. Neil Star says Steve Ditto certainly had his own take on Spider-Man during the early years. I don't know what the context is for that though,
Well, he
but
was much
I'll
more
take your word for it.
angsty when he first got started, wasn't he?
Sam Proctor adds to the Power Rangers conversation. He said, "Mr. Force was my Power Rangers. They were the only ones who had capes. I did not like the capes. I'm sorry."
Here's the thing: in Super Sentai, the very first Sentai group that aired, they too started with capes.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I just couldn't take the capes serious. Aside from everything else that they had design wise, that was like the line I drew.
But it had to go with the wizard theme.
They could have done more with just I don't know. They
What,
made a
long
little too much.
coats? Like trench
No,
coats?
that's what I'm saying. It's like at the same time I can't find an alternative yet. That's the problem. That's the confliction there. It's like it's so. Let's just say that like as over the top as Power Rangers gets, it's so over the top with the case that I can't even find an alternative against that. So I'm like, it was whatever with them, and I'm like, I'm surprised I was able to get through most of it when I could.
I'm fine with capes. It's a classic staple.
Yeah, but the only person who did it better was the Magna Defender,
Well, yeah, he was all in black.
and he was a knight.
Yeah.
Neil Star says, "Oh man, how could I forget the Power Rangers cast? There's several actors that I love to see do movies. They still doing movies, and dare I say it, most of them are actually producers now. David Yost, um, David Yost come to mind. David Yost is a producer now. He's been a producer. But
Hmm.
Billy's
Oh,
a producer now.
cool.
Same thing with Aisha. Aisha's a producer. Um, even Tommy's a producer. David Frank,
Oh, that's cool.
producer.
So he went
I
from actor to professional fighter, now producer.
hmm Well, he was already a producer before he got into the MMA scene. He was
Oh,
already he's already doing his own production stuff but he got into the MMA scene, and then now even then he's still a producer. Same thing with Jason. Jason was an MMT, EMT originally. Now he's a producer too,
That's cool.
and he does his own movies just like Jason David Frank.
Nice.
Austin St. John. I mean, Jason, the actor Austin St. John.
Yeah.
He originally was a he was an EMT. He was the he was a paramedic, which he was a
Oh,
real. I always tell Jason, like, so he played a hero on television, but then he left television for a while and became an actual hero.
that is pretty cool.
Because I always see EMTs as, or at least paramedics as heroes because they're first response. Which is interesting. They could have brought him back onto Lightspeed Rescue, considering what Lightspeed Rescue is about,
Yeah.
first response. But let's move on.
Yeah, let's moving on.
I think Leon Star was bringing up if I ever brought him along to talk, probably not Riser Man. We could talk about your story, Riser Man, dude. Come on, promote
Yeah.
yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Samuel Proctor says, I agree. Killmonger is overrated. Neil Star says, on an unrelated note, I'd love to see Michael B. Jordan play opposite to John Boyega. He will overshadow John Boyega somewhat.
He got a little bit more star power than. Well, not,
He's got face power. That's what he's
it
got.
is.
He's got face power.
That's what it is.
That's the problem. Like freaking between Jordan and Boyega, Jordan has face power.
Yep, he got more charisma.
Mm-hmm. Plus, he's been in more high profile movies before he even got to Killmonger.
Yeah, poor John.
That's the problem. Like it's just like everybody knows John for obscure movie Stomp the Yard for a while. I mean, Stomp the Yard, Attack the Block for a time. They don't remember him being in Pacific Rim 2. They only know him for sequels trilogy Star Wars, and that's kind of sad.
Oh.
Neil Star also adds to the Killmonger hate. Says Killmonger did everything wrong. Put that on your shirt, dude. I'm putting that on my shirt. Sonny Proctor, he's not a communist. I don't think so. I hope not, because then I'm about to look left side on him. He also says, I hear Daniel Radcliffe. I don't think Harry Potter. I think his crazy picture where he looks like an insane hobo with two guns.
Oh yeah,
actually, he was
Guns Akimbo. There
we go. Yeah, he was filming I don't think it was a short movie or an actual movie.
I think it was an actual movie where it's sort of like it's another sort of like Hunger Games
wacky
situation where you fight to kill.
It was a wacky comedy.
Yeah. A more lighthearted tone for Hunger Games.
Yeah, he basically the guns are stuck to his hands. He can't even let them go. So he has to he's basically running around with the guns in his hands.
Yep. Which honestly, I would watch just for that, just because it looks hilarious.
Yeah. He also says, sorry, the only anime I ever watched was Pokemon. I have no idea who these characters are.
Well, Guyver is much more obscure than the other mainstream anime, but
it's a siren, so
yeah.
Oh, we all know that, Neil Star. We all know that. He also says good on Jason. Yeah, he's a real hero, but he again like a lot of the not a lot, most of the Power Rangers cast have became producers.
Yeah.
And on one hand alone, it's Kimberly, Amy Jo Johnson, Billy, David Yost, Tommy, Jason David Frank, and now Jason, Austin St. John. Even Aisha is also a producer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her. I forgot her real name, but she's a producer too. A lot of the old original cast from the Saban era, they all moved on to become producers.
That's good.
I don't know what Tanya does though, but she's like bottom line is none of these actors fell off the cliff anywhere. These guys really made something of themselves outside of Power Rangers. Power Power Rangers never stopped them. Is what I'm saying.
Nope. If anything, it helps boost their careers.
Even Justin is doing good for himself.
Justin.
The actor who played Justin,
Which
he could
Ranger
come
did he
back.
play? Or which
He was
Ranger was
he
Justin?
was the he was the he was the Turbo Blue Ranger. He plays Steve Cardenas Rocky in Turbo.
Oh.
Yeah, Justin's doing good for himself too.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what he's doing now, but if you watch any Power Morphicon videos with them, they were doing a lot of things, and hopefully they're still doing things today. But
hopefully,
that's why like whenever time somebody asks, I'm like, I'm not worried about them. Never worry about them. Bro, they're adults.
Yeah,
They're even Catherine is probably doing something good for herself. She probably left acting, probably did stage play for all we know. Kendricks, the actress who played Kendricks, was almost not here anymore. She had leukemia.
Oh yeah, Lost Galaxy. I heard about that. Yeah,
That's the reason why her character died in Lost Galaxy.
Yeah,
because they didn't know she was going to pull through. Thankfully, she did.
That's good.
But we got too much on a tangent.
Yeah.
So let's get to Murakami.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For Murakami, like I said, he was sort of like the lone, Clint Eastwood type, I would say. Investigative reporter, especially with that hand cannon of his.
I'm sorry. Who's your pick?
Okay, for Murakami, we're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one of the picks I was thinking of was Keanu Reeves. Why not? Why not cast John Wick in a Guyver movie? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
Plus, he does have that somewhat Clint Eastwood vibe to him, especially as John Wick.
My pick would be why not Jason David Frank from Tommy as Murakami?
Oh, that would be a great little big boost right there. Like as if he doesn't already have a boost, but that would that would put him on top. You know what I mean?
Especially if he has a busy schedule, I would definitely have him be Murakami for like few scenes here and there.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's a busy man. He's always he eats, live, and breathes Power Rangers. So whenever time that there's anything Power Rangers involved, he would jump right on in. Him and the guy who plays Carter from Lightspeed Rescue. Speaking of Lightspeed Rescue, Carter. Yeah. I've seen him in Megaforce. Dude still looks good. Dude still, even Catherine. I saw Catherine in Megaforce. Oh. She is looking good, dude. She is smoking. Not literally smoking hot.
Yeah, I know.
For her age, bruh. I'm like, bruh, Catherine, you look like you never aged. You look like an immortal. Same thing with Cassie from Turbo. Cassie still look good. Bro, Cassie still. You remember Cassie, right?
It's been the Pink Ranger since I've seen Turbo.
She was the Pink Ranger in Turbo.
Oh, okay.
There was Cassie, Ashley, my goodness. Even not Kendricks. Trakina still look good. From Lost Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Bro, you need to start catching up.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody, everybody remembers SPD for?
Oh, Space Patrol Delta?
I'm glad you know the acronym, but that's not what they know it for. They know it for the Cat Ranger, dude.
Oh. cat. That was her name.
She looked good too.
Yeah, she
She
does.
looking good too.
It's funny that the first thing that came to mind is just they just named her Cat.
Cat Manx,
Ah,
and she was SPD Cat Ranger.
was that more temporarily, or
No, she. Well, she was only there as auxiliary.
ah,
She wasn't there for like base missions with the team. So when every time she was out on the field, she does you know what I'm saying. Oh wow, Sandra Proctor says about Tom Hiddleston.
you skipped over?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's because of the name pronunciation and whatnot.
Uh,
That was the confusion.
yeah,
Again, he said the
sorry
only
for
anime he's seen was Pokemon.
yeah yeah I already read that.
Yeah, just reminding you.
Yeah, my pronunciations tend to they tend to fuse when I talk. That's comes
I
with the overbite.
I try to pronounce them as much as possible, but it's hard because I'm not good with the language.
But back to Murakami.
Yeah, I'd
Like I
say.
said, Carter Grayson from Lightspeed Rescue. Go
Oh, I thought you
ahead.
said Jason David Frank.
Him too. I'm saying I'm naming actors who were
Oh,
Power Rangers,
okay,
but
yeah,
there's also other series besides the Saban era Power Rangers.
yeah.
So I'm naming the guy who played the Red Ranger in Lightspeed Rescue
Oh, yeah.
as also Murakami.
When I see Carter's face, because I know who you're talking about, the first thing that came to mind was I'm getting a Captain America vibe from him.
Dude, if you was there when I did the whole with the whole Power Ranger stream, I think I did mention him being my Captain America, my choice for Captain America. If I ever did a reboot of Captain America, he
Yeah,
would be my choice.
he got the
He,
look.
bruh, as much as I love Chris Evans, bruh, Carter Grayson, he fits him like a glove.
Oh yeah, especially as like the leader. Like I just got a lot of good leader quality from him.
I'm gonna look him up right real quick too. Keep talking.
Yeah, all I was saying is just like when I saw Carter on Lightspeed Rescue and everything, it's like this guy really does have that leadership look about him.
I'm gonna do a quick screen share when I do it too. But keep talking.
I mean, yeah, that's all. That was all I was saying. Like he like I felt like he felt like a leader to me, and like I said, he also had that Captain America feel to it. Also, I think it's the jaw. You look at
It's the jaw.
that jaw. It's like, dang.
Oh, he
I
was
feel like
also in Mega Force too.
ah, it's like I feel like I would break my hand if I if I were to hit him in the jaw.
Oh yeah, he's got that chiseled jaw, dude. I'm about to share it real quick. There you go,
Oh yeah,
bruh.
yeah.
Oh, this is him. This is him in Mega Force. He kind of,
I still would cast him as Cap.
yeah. If you, yeah. There's okay. That's a GIF. I don't want to show off a GIF, but here's a better look right here. There you go. That's Captain America with the shield in his hand.
Yep. We just have to shorten his hair a bit, and there you go.
Mm-hmm. Well, wish granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's more like Steve Rogers.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we're on screen share, might as well show you my pics of. Actually, we can look at Jason David Frank to see if he does fit the Murakami bill.
All right. I'm still going with Keanu Reeves because John Wick and everything, and it's just like he'd fit. Oh,
Oh wow, I thought that was dreadlocks for a bit.
No, he just
In
has
this
this
image right here.
very long, luscious hair.
He could probably pull a Murakami.
Oh yeah, honestly, that goatee actually would help.
Yeah. Like I said, he don't necessarily have to look. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to make him look anime-esque. They just have to be the character.
True. The anime
Especially
S
if you,
part will be in the action.
especially if you had him here.
Oh,
Especially if
that's
you
so
got him at
attached.
this age. At this age, this is him before Forever Red.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like in Forever Red. Like if you ever call
That's
him that look, bruh.
so. It's just that soul patch is a bit distracting, you know.
Got to turn the safe search on because
It's like
I'm no filter, so I don't want us to run into anything controversial onto the
right.
stream.
We
We look
don't
at the
want to
page.
get
And this,
canceled.
and this is being right. By the way, yeah, we don't want to end up like you know, Ishi and Cat.
Yep. Well, apparently, too much cleavage was enough to get him shut down.
Dude, it was a Confederate flag. See, if we call Austin
Ooh.
at this age, he probably would have been a Tetsuo too.
Very buff Tetsuo.
Yeah, like I said, he don't necessarily have to be
Yeah,
know?
true. Well, his
But
face
he
has
could,
not aged, has it?
no, bro, he's doing good for his age.
Yeah, it's like
He's
he still
doing
looks
good.
like himself.
No, he could be, bro, he could be Sho's dad.
Oh, that would be cool. Yes.
He can be Sho's dad.
He does have that dad quality look to him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Now let me show you Daiquiri
Especially with that
from
beard. Oh, to be honest, it's the beard that's making him look older. If he shaved it off, he'd look young again.
See, this is Jason from the 2017 reboot. Or no, I keep calling it a reboot. It's an adaptation. That's Daiquiri Montgomery. That's what I'll pick for Tetsuo.
All right.
For if I wanted to go for that brotherly, here he is. No, that's going to take me to a group of shots. Trying to find. Ooh, that's another guy who we could pick for. Never mind. It's giving me a gruesome image. So I don't want to keep looking at image, like going to another string of images. Let's go to Stranger Things like this way. Okay, this is him in Stranger Things. That's him in Stranger Things. With that hair, he could be Murakami too.
Yeah, just shave the mustache. That does not look good.
Well, since we're here, might as well show you the female pics that I chose. Since we're not going to do
treading on dangerous waters here. Yeah,
dude, relax.
I know. I'm just. I don't mean to be too paranoid. You know what happened to Ishii's stream.
I'm sure we'll be fine. But that's Maisie Williams as if we were to pick her for Mitsuki.
She actually would fit the role there, right? I could see that. Yeah.
This is Sorsei Ronan right here. This is the girl who played Hannah.
Oh.
She probably would have done a good job as Mitsuki too, or a Mitsuki equivalent. I mean.
Yeah.
And this is Alex. Ooh, I do not want to look up that chick. You see the name at the bottom, right?
Oh, AOC.
Don't know why I want to look up that bitch. Excuse me.
If that doesn't get us banned for life, I don't know what will.
bruh, I'm nah. No, my thing is, I wonder how Santa were going to react if she ever caught that on the backwatch.
Oh.
But anyways, she's from Percy Jackson, by the way. This is Alexandra Dario.
Yeah.
I was saying she's too foxy, is what I'm saying. She's too foxy.
That's what I was saying. I was like, she doesn't have that next door girl look to her.
Ooh. Trying to find the cast of Warm Bodies real quick. Oh, you know who also is another good pick? Nicholas Holt from
Oh, Mad Max,
he could
Fury Road. Yeah.
yeah he can also be Tetsuo.
Ah, yeah, I could see that.
What's her name? What's her name? This is the chick right here that I was telling you about that could be a good Valkyra.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go young like that, I mean young, but that's who I would pick for
Well,
Valkyra.
yeah.
And this is my other pick for Valkyra, Elizabeth Hurley, not Banks. Fuck that. Oop, there I go again. I need to calm down. Oh, she's looking good for her age.
Yes, her for Valkyria.
Yeah, definitely. She's tall too.
Uh,
You know who else will be a good one? Another
uh,
Elizabeth. Elizabeth Debicki. Not Banks. Screw that. Screw that broad.
Okay.
Yeah, she kind of she lost faith with me when she did Charlie's Angels, that reboot,
Oh.
and had the nerve to blame but she would Elizabeth Debicki right here, she would be my Valkyria too.
Oh yeah, she got that. That what's the word I'm looking
She's
for?
statured. Let's just put it like this. She's very statured.
Yeah,
For she's a very statue woman.
she looks like
She's a
the type
tall woman.
that would take control of a company or something like that. Or
Put her in that that 80s leotard. She'll do just fine. Who we had picks for since we're on here, who are your picks for who's my picks for Sho Fukumachi?
oh wow, that's going back a while. Mine was like Ansel Elgort or Tom Holland, but I'm going for more Ansel from Baby Driver.
There's a name. I spelled it wrong in the beginning. Yeah, I could see that. I can kind of see him as our American equivalent. I just don't like his lips though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
His lips turn me off.
I can live with it.
I know.
Can't be too
Timothy
picky in this world.
Timothy Chalamet. That's his name. That's who will be also my pick for
Oh yeah,
American show.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
Timothy Chalamet. I said start with a D. It's actually a CH. They used him for that Edward Scissorhands promo. I feel bad for him because he don't need to.
They're
he don't need
remaking
that.
Edward Scissorhands.
No. They were using a car commercial on a Super Bowl commercial, and instead of using Johnny Depp for Edward,
yeah.
they used him instead.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm gonna stop the screen now. So let's go with.
Thank goodness. I thought you said they're gonna be remaking Edward Scissorhands. I just been like, why?
So we are at 2 hours now. Let's get into the comments real quick.
Okay.
Hassan Project says Carter Grayson, no relation to Dick Grayson. Neil Star says, man, imagine being both a Power Ranger and Captain America. Definitely. He said, I'll follow that Captain into action as well. Sarah Project says, he looks like a young Christopher. Oh, you know what?
It does, kind
He
of.
would. Bro, I never would have thought of that. He would definitely. Yeah, if we were to really like erase all the other Superman sequels, at least kind of take place after Superman Returns, he would definitely be a good stand-in for Christopher Reeve.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Excuse me. That's why he looks good, Captain. Bruh.
Yep.
He looks almost like Christopher Reeve.
Yep.
He said, Neil Star says, remember when the billboards were suddenly evil? Yes. And apparently a part of
if you're gonna reuse some some costumes. Might as well reuse some good designs.
And remember, they were part of the Machine Empire for some reason.
That was just a good example of like using recycled hand me downs and doing something
Yeah.
cool with it.
He also says the Red Ranger as Show's dad. That would be dope. He'll be
Yep.
back though. Same part there about Elizabeth Banks. She says, "I didn't even." Oh no, he was talking about AOC. He says, "I didn't even know she was in any political power until last year. I thought she was still a bartender who just tweets a lot." Yeah, last time we checked, she originally was. Now she's the girl who cried wolf too much. And he also says, "I say Debicki could play a good Winter from Thrawn trilogy." Yeah, should be a tall ass Winter though. Let's not forget, man. Bruh. Only person that can the only lady I know that can rival her size is Gwendolyn Christie, who played Phasma in the sequel trilogy.
Ah,
That's the only person. Yeah,
character.
yeah. She was Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones, and I'm like,
Oh.
that's the only person I know who can rival her in stature is Gwendolyn Christie, because that woman's tall.
Mm.
That woman is tall. If you must know, I have a secret soft spot for tall women.
Ah,
If you must know, I do have I am married, yes, but yeah, tall
is she
women.
tall?
Sadly, she's not, but that love don't cost a thing. I don't even look at her with disgust because she's not. Nah, love don't cost. Love don't cost a thing. Trust, like if we're given what we're gotten, love is the ultimate price. It don't cost a thing.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, I do have a soft spot for tall women. I try to imagine myself with a tall woman sometimes. I'm like, bruh, I'm kind of conflicted. If I were to really stand right next to a tall woman, would I feel intimidated or in love? I often wonder, like, what kind of feeling would I have being, or at least if I ever date a tall woman, a really tall woman? I'm like, huh. Well, again, would I be intimidated or would I still be in love? Like really in love? Like even go outside in the public with her and her being taller than me. Would I feel intimidated? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I know. But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. At least I won't have to worry about women coming after me. Cause they ain't gonna go out. They ain't gonna come around me with the tall woman next to me. That's one thing I would say. Like at least I won't. At least, bruh. At least I wouldn't have to worry about infidelity creeping its way into our relationship. Cause they ain't gonna mess with no tall woman. They'll be below the food chain. Neil Star says, "Right on, Wolf. When you're in love, your sweetheart is always hot." Exactly. Ask Troy, because last time I checked, I think Netter is actually taller than him.
Oh.
Last time I checked, I could be wrong. I could.
Okay.
If they catch this on the back, well, she can correct me. She can correct me definitely.
Yep.
But yeah. Ooh, you know who else will be a good Valkyria too?
Who?
Eva Green from Sin City 2 and Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children.
I remember Sin City 2. I have not seen the other one.
She was the chick that Josh
Brolin?
Yeah, Josh Brolin he kept going after.
Oh, okay.
Throughout his segment.
Yeah.
That's who would have been a good Valkyria, definitely. She has those steely eyes.
It's been a
Now
while since I've seen Sin City 2, but
we're not gonna really get into the to the enemy the bad guy casting that much, but who, or at least we're not gonna get into continue with the casting of villains that much. What we can do is I'll pick the major villains and you tell me who you would cast.
okay.
We'll start with Lisker.
Ooh. Now, there's a lot of like areas, not places we can go with Lisker. Like Lisker is like very overconfident, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one actor I was thinking of that could definitely play that amount of arrogance, but also have that charm about him was Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. as Lisker. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because I have not seen him play villains that much, but I feel like he definitely would be good at playing that sort of more arrogant kind of type. Basically, like an evil version of Tony Stark.
Ah, who else?
Let's see who else.
Because
Oh,
I'm sure you got a lot. I'm sure you can do this, buddy. I got faith in you.
right. That one definitely. I was like, that would be a good one. Uh what about Aaron Eckhart? He played Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight.
Aaron Eckhart, huh? He can work, but he's too. He's got that. He's got that winning. He's got that winning face. That's the problem. Like even if you
Uh,
do, like it's hard for people to see Aaron Eckhart as a like as much as he did a good job as Mister Two Face.
yeah,
Aaron Eckhart is too sunny. He's too like it worked for that movie for
yeah.
where it was going, but for him to like out be right be a bad guy, that's a tough one.
Okay.
Continue.
Well, if we want to go with someone a little bit more older, I was just thinking, imagine someone like Sean Bean.
Hmm. He's showing his age though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but when you're in the Guyver suit, it doesn't matter what age you are. It like enhances you.
Yeah, but we don't want to run into the exact same situation with Max Steel.
Oh, I have not seen the movie, but I'm guessing
You're all the better for
it
it.
didn't quite blend well.
Well, they had a very old actor playing a villain, and he was wearing a power armor, and it looked ridiculous because it was all practical.
Oh, okay. Let's.
It's like looking at the president in the Iron Patriot armor in Iron Man 3.
Oh, all right.
Footage like that. Like I don't want that kind of situation. Like granted, we all know that the Guyver unit is not really the helmet doesn't really come off that much.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's like Sean Bean
Uh,
with the
I'll
with the
say
Guyver unit.
I'll say go someone a little younger then. I mean, we also have. I'm trying to remember Idris Elba.
He was gonna be my first pick.
Yeah, he definitely would have that Lisker feel about him. Plus, I was mostly thinking of that Fast and Furious spin-off with Hobbs and
Hobbs and
Shaw,
Shaw.
him being the main bad guy. It's like, ah, yeah, him in power armor like that. Who else?
There's also
There's another actor I'm thinking of too. He's a professional martial artist.
mm-hmm.
In fact, there's even two that already it's popping up.
Wouldn't have to be Ray Park with it.
No, but that would be a good choice. What I was thinking of was either Scott Adkins or oh, I'm trying to remember his name. He was also in Dark Knight, but he played one of the gangsters who got like who
Michael
got
Jai White.
yes, Michael J. White.
My next pick would be what's his name? Skarsgård from True Blood. He played Eric the Vampire. You probably don't know that because you avoid stuff like that, like nudity, sex, and hyper
That is,
violence.
it's those Twilight era vampires, aren't they?
No,
No.
True. I would say this: True Blood. Twilight wishes it was True Blood, and True Blood was based off a book series too.
Oh, it,
But
would you say True
did you ever?
Blood did the Twilight concept better?
Well, True Blood was before Twilight, but yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. Maybe I might give it a
Um,
watch. Maybe.
I say stop around season 3
Okay.
if you really want to get into that. If you're okay, just let you know it has some stuff that would be considered offensive to today's standards,
Well, what
and it's got a
isn't
lot
by
of
today's standards?
other than what came before. I mean, but like it's got I'm saying it's got a lot of biases and very very poor depictions of certain groups.
Oh,
So just and of course there's like copious amounts of sex and nudity because it's an HBO movie. It's an HBO series,
oh,
so that comes with the
HBO.
territory.
Okay.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah, I was going to say what station was it on? Because that's where it all depends.
But other than that, like yeah, stop at season 3
Okay.
at best. Like as far as like if you can make it that far, just stop at season 3 because everything goes off the rails after that.
Ah, all right.
Um, Jamie Lannister will be my pick too. His name is what's his name? Because he was in other movies too. He was in Mama. He was the boyfriend or at least the uncle in Mama. Have you
Not sure that
seen
one
Mama?
rings any bell.
That's a Del Toro
No, I
movie.
don't think I have.
It's a
Oh,
Del Toro movie. But yeah, he was in that one too. I think his name is Nicholas. His last name starts with a W. I think Waldo. I think.
hmm.
I try my best to keep up with names. Names are important to me. That's why I try to say their names with much respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, he will be my pick for Lisker. Um, Skarsgård definitely. Back to him. Have you seen the trailer to Kong versus or Godzilla versus Kong?
Yep.
He's Soldier Boy with the blonde hair.
Ah, I'll have to go back and see it again.
He was sitting down and he was talking. He would definitely be my Lisker. That
Ah,
dude is tall. Speaking of tall women, tall dudes, that dude is tall. That if you have not believed in giants, you better start believing in giants. That dude's a giant.
hmm.
At least on camera. At least on camera, dude looks like a giant compared same stature as Henry Cavill. That's who would be my next pick too. Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, I never thought of that. Yeah, Henry Cavill is Lisker. That'd be cool to see.
And again, dude don't need to have blonde hair. He just needs to
No.
be Lisker.
Yeah, I could see him as Lisker because I know a lot of people said he was great as the villain in Fallout. I haven't seen it yet. I do own it, but
Yeah,
I haven't not seen it yet. But I have seen pictures of him with that mustache and everything. It's like he really does look intimidating, like almost like Terminator levels intimidating.
dude. My favorite part of that movie is when he cocked his fists.
Oh, and that bathroom fight, I actually looked that one up
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube. And it's like, oh, he looked like he could snap both Tom Cruise's neck and hitting the guy they were fighting at the same time.
I do that. I do that arm cock every single time I think about that scene. Even when I'm walking down the street, I'm like cock cock.
He looks good with a mustache, I must say, like a very
I haven't.
beefy mustache.
I was bro, I was doing that before I even do a heavy task at work. Whenever time I have to lift something heavy, I like clap clap.
Uh, yeah, I was just
They're
saying
like,
that.
what you? They're
What I
like,
was
what you doing? Bro, it's pregame. It's pregame. Trying to get my mind in the mood to lift something up.
Yeah, what I was saying was that Henry Cavill, he can pull off the bushy mustache look quite well, actually.
Yeah, that dude's intimidating.
It's kind of like with Keanu Reeves, where he has that beard, that Jesus beard going on, and it actually looks good on him. That's the best way I can
Jesus
describe
beard.
it.
Oh, if that joke did not break me, it would have.
Well, that's the best way I can describe it.
Who else will be my lisker too? I had another name. Oh, Daniel Craig, but that'd be if he's down for it. That's the thing. He has to be down for it. I know Henry Cavill will be down for it.
Yeah, like Bond. Yeah, it took me a little while when I was like, well, yeah, I know Daniel Craig. Yeah, James Bond, obviously won't.
Mm-hmm. Him and excuse me, but the problem is Daniel. We need Lisker to be tall,
Yeah,
and Daniel Craig's not that tall.
no, and
That dude
Cavell
is
can
short.
definitely look like intimidating in like his built. He got
He can also play smug, and Lisker's a smug mother effer.
yeah, very smug and arrogant.
Okay, let's get off of Lisker now, because
Yeah,
I don't want to take the majority of the stream up because I got commitments later on after this too. So I'm
okay.
not saying we're gonna wrap it up soon, but let's speed up just a
Let's move
little
on.
bit.
Let's move on to Richard Euro.
Yeah.
I got like one guy that actually I think would be pretty like
Now refresh me who he's supposed to be.
Richard Euro. Oh yeah, the Zoa Lord.
Okay. Not Bacchus.
Nope, nope. Bacchus is like a different
No.
character.
Bacchus is Santa Claus, ain't he?
Yeah, someone that yeah.
So let's put you like this. We're gonna omit Bacchus.
For now.
We gotta omit Bacchus because that's too many major villains to focus on. If
All right.
we can only put it like this, if we can bring Bacchus in, it would have to be in show form, not movie form. In movie form, we have to really focus on like the really major players. And I know Bacchus is a major player,
Yes, he
but
is.
but he's not visual. Let's put it like this: he's visually striking manga and anime form, movie
Yeah.
form. We all know who's more visually striking. Gil.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I do have the one actor who can definitely pull off especially the like more intimidating look. That would be Dolph Lundgren.
Hmm. Dolph Lundgren looks good in a suit.
Yep. And he's huge too. Like, remember in Rocky 4?
Yeah.
Like he's tall.
Or Creed. Creed 2.
Yeah, is he
Dude's still tall.
Yeah, so like he definitely couldn't make anyone intimidated by him
Excuse
just
me.
by staring.
He can also smile real good too.
Yeah. Now the thing is, should we give him like the purple contacts that in the anime they gave
He's
him?
gonna have to wear them.
All right. I guess we'll give him the purple contacts.
You know who also will be a good Gil?
Who?
Mahershala Ali, who's the new Blade coming
I
up.
haven't seen him in anything, so I don't know.
He was in Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, yeah, he was the gangster. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Vector,
Yeah, he was really
and
good.
he was. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by when it comes to casting for live action anime, you
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to. Well, in the case of Vector,
Yeah, he was black
that's
in the manga, so
I still maintain what I said. I originally thought he was Italian, or at
oh.
least a darker shade Italian. That's mostly sometimes when I think of Italian, I associate with that with darker shade because they do sometimes come in darker shades.
Yeah, because warmer climate and whatnot.
I've seen quite a number of Italian people. Like they have a bit of a tan.
I'll say
So
this: that
whenever
that wasn't what I was thinking when I saw him, manga form and anime form.
I'm
So,
saying Matchstick clarified, but I was like, I originally thought he was Italian because, like I
uh,
said, he was a orange. Hate to say that, but orange skinned. You
oh,
know,
I didn't see him as orange.
and like I said, it's that's a Stromboli from Pinocchio. That's where I associate my That's what when I see skin color like that. That's what I think is Italian.
Ah, okay.
So in certain shots, yeah, he's supposed to look the way he's meant to look. But as we were going through the OVA of Battle Angel,
Yeah.
Matchstick saw exactly what I was talking about. Like, yeah, in some like lighting and coloring, dude
Yeah.
looks like he's Italian.
Yeah, the
But
coloring in the OVA had a very earthy tone to it.
yeah, I was like, oh, so he's Italian. Even the Megalobox, there's a mafia don, and he's got a rich bronze, not bronze, caramel color. And I was
Uh,
like, Italian.
all right, yeah, I can see the confusion.
No confusion. That like he legit was supposed to be Italian.
Yeah,
Not Vector. I thought the
I'm
character in Megalobox.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. All right, so
Um, but that's what I mean by when it comes to casting.
yes,
Like you don't necessarily have to always make them white. I'm not saying
no,
that you have to fit them in to fit a quota or anything. I'm saying you don't necessarily have to just stop right there. You can
yeah,
go with the with whoever you like, no matter what the race is. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, it's true. It's just I definitely would feel Dolph Lundgren would fit the mold even better,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
especially with his
Mahershala
voice.
Mahershala also has the intimidating voice too. Especially if I wanted Gil to be uh more intimidating, like very 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 stoic and intimidating. Mahershala Ali.
Hmm. All right.
No, look at any moment when he's the bad guy. As a matter of fact, look up Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up then.
Especially the scene where he talks about everybody wants to be the king.
Yeah, Luke Cage, Cottonmouth. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So we got uh Gil, and I already picked my casting for Genzo Makishima, or Agito's dad,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Selleck,
Mm-hmm.
or Bryan Cranston, as you said. I could see that too.
Are we talking about Show's dad or Agito's dad?
Agito.
Okay.
I actually do like the idea of Jason being
Austin.
Joe. Yeah, Austin St. John. No, or
Yeah, St. John.
yeah, Austin St. John as Show's dad. He does have a very dad look about him,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the beard. Definitely, I would cast him.
He don't necessarily have to wear the beard either. He just have a goatee
True, true.
at best.
Yeah. Let's see.
Design wise, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who we should do for the Zoonoids, like Gregor, Ramatif, and the more. In fact, let's make them like a trio. For the first movie.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, they don't necessarily. We don't necessarily have to bring in the exact team five.
No, not. You're right. I would save those guys for like maybe like the third movie.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, like I let's have like a trio of like the classic Zoonoids.
Oh, you know what we could do with team five?
What?
Do MCU style with them. Say for instance, they're like the Xanatos Gambit chips working in the shadows.
Oh, I was thinking like so what, like some sort of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but
Actually,
like
lost numbers would be more the Suicide Squad.
but what I was saying is, for every movie that we have, at least like one or two will be in the background watching the Guyver's progress.
Oh, like studying. Okay, yeah.
Like even if we have Lisker as like one of the main villains in the
In the first movie.
maybe the second movie,
Or
first or second movie, we can have them established, and that's when we finally get Team Five in the
yeah.
third movie because by then we have established their characters, we established what they're doing,
Mhm.
and we actually show them as a threat. Like, let's go with the beginning of it. Like start the beginning in the third movie as them actually attacking the Guyver,
Yeah.
showing that they're a genuine threat, and that's when we introduce Guyver 2. No, Guyver 3. I mean Guyver 3.
Yep. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
You doing okay back there, dude? Because I'm hearing noises.
Oh no, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just at my drawing desk.
Okay.
Ooh, now I have. But yeah, let's first like in the first movie, I definitely would say we should have like the main three.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gregor, Vemor, and Ramatif. I see them. They should
Mm-hmm.
be like the main trio for the first movie that Guyver encounters. What do you think?
That'll work. Because
Because they're the most well known Zoonoid, so I'd figured why not give them bigger roles?
Ramatif will have to be Ramatif is the one with the laser shoulders, right?
No, that's Vemor. Ramatif is like the werewolf Zoonoid.
Those are cannon fodder. Those will
Yeah.
have to be cannon fodder,
Uh,
as they always are in the show.
yeah.
But like you got the big group fight, like you got the cannon fodder fighting the Guyver, and then that's when you
Yeah.
bring out the it it will be like a almost a slow repetitious thing with the fight sequence. Fight. Bring it no, actually the first fight will just be Gregor.
Yes, that's how it always was in
We
every like
cannot. That's one
animated
thing we will
adaptation.
not. I will say is that's the one thing we will not screw up, which is opening the Guyver proper that way.
Yes.
What I will say is Vermore and
And
I
Ramatif.
think we should I think we should limit it to two for the first movie because the
Two?
first fight will be Gregor, right?
Yes.
Then let's say in the middle of the let's say in the second act we get Ramatif group fights cannon fodder fights, right?
Oh, so like the lichens from Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we end it with the more fight.
Oh, with the shoulder cannons, and then that's where we're
Yeah,
first introduced to the Mega Smasher.
exactly. And then second movie we introduce Lisker, and then that's when we start bringing in other Zoonoids that he can fight, like
Yeah, we'll have to put an enzyme in there somewhere because that's also a very important key point in the story that we definitely need to put in there.
either that or we will have to omit him. That's the
Well,
problem.
I wouldn't want to omit him because it's just like
I know.
imagining like this humongous monster like enzyme, and I can just imagine it being if done right, I can imagine it being very terrifying.
I know you will want enzyme to be in it, but I'm saying like there might just think of it realistically. Is what I'm saying.
Uh, realistically,
I hate to throw that in there, buddy, but some ideas don't translate well on the big screen. Some ideas, as much as we want to, like I said, if we're doing, I would say this: if show wise, yes, we can do enzyme
yeah, of course.
movie. Like I said, that's why I said we what. That's why I'm saying like movie wise, we will have to cut out a few monsters.
Giraffe because like enzyme would have been so epic.
Now, if we were built, I say if the plan expects us to build up enzyme, that's the because we don't have to mind you, Owen.
Hmm?
I know you would love to do all of Guyver in one go.
Yeah.
Just know this: you can't. You know that you can't do that live action, and movie wise, I mean. Just so we will have to pick either enzyme or what's his name again? The Zoolord? Not Gil.
Alkenfell.
Ockenfeld. You have to pick those two. That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
we'll have to really build it up and knowing this. I'm not saying that it's okay for us to alter it, but we will have to alter the story to make it at least flow good.
yeah. Huh.
And trust me, trust me. I know the fans are gonna eat us alive about this.
They
You know
would
that.
because they because I know the Guyver fans themselves. They wanted a good proper adaptation. The closest
Hmm.
thing they got was the 2005 version, and even that one had a bit more open ending kind of thing.
But where I'm coming from, I'm thinking in terms of how Elite, why Elite was so successful. That's the reason why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking.
Uh,
That's what I'm saying. Like for it to flow at least. Because if we were doing a show, yeah, we can do every villain.
yep.
We can try to do every villain
Within a
with the
TV
amount of
show
time.
budget.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that could work is if it was on HBO.
Mm-hmm. But
But I guess
movie wise, that would be too many villains to focus on.
true. I will say this then. In that case, movie wise, I would rather Enzyme than Alkenfell because Enzyme is much more personal. I think
Mm-hmm.
build up, especially with Genzo Makishima, because he has some beef
Yeah.
against Show, so it would make more sense narrative wise. That would be like the big one of the big main villains to sort of build up.
Now my plan with Enzyme,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I would want to put both enzymes in,
Oh,
uh, Genzo and his father.
yeah. Oh, I was gonna make that work.
So for Show's dad enzyme,
Yeah.
he'll be in the final climax of the third movie, and there will be a bittersweet
Oh.
ending,
Oh man.
and it will end on the story continues, but it won't be it won't continue after that though. It's just that show. It's kind of, let's just say it will end on a superhero note where Kronos is still there and he's
Yeah.
still out there fighting
Yeah.
Kronos, and we also have Agito with him, and
Yeah.
you got you got Tetsuo as Oracle. You
Yeah.
got Mitsuki already in on the action now because now by the time the third movie rolls in, she already knows what's going on.
Yep. Along with
So
Murakami.
like I said, it won't be like the anime and the manga, but it will
No,
be our version of how we would
it would be in
how you
spirit.
and I. Yeah, yeah, it won't be in name only. It'll be in spirit. Like
Yes.
we won't have the tools to actually give a proper Guyver adaptation wise,
Yeah.
but we have the spirit to it.
Though I will say it would be a cool idea if we like made it into an HBO show. Continue where we
Mm-hmm.
left off in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
We start off with a trilogy like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
and then afterwards we'll say, okay, now we're going to move on to an HBO show. That would be like the sequel series, kind of like what they sort of did with Mandalorian, but like this is much more of a straight up sequel to the movies.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Is there a show that did do that quite well? Sequel to like a movie, but in show form.
Godzilla the series.
Oh, from the '98 version. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's like a direct sequel from the movie.
That and Stargate the animated series. Though
It-
Stargate the animated series is not Stargate the animated series did not take place in any other continuity.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a to answer your question, there was an animated series of Stargate.
Ah, I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, I'll share it on the Professor Geek group one of these days.
Okay, but yeah, so definitely like a Guyver trilogy, like Lord of the Rings, a continuing story. Then we
Yeah.
end on like basically, show's still out there fighting Kronos. So yeah, bittersweet, but it will still end on an optimistic note. He hasn't given up. And then give it a break a little bit, and then we announce
Mm-hmm.
saying now we're gonna do like a sequel TV show on HBO, continuing the adventures of Guyver
Mm-hmm.
in places where we couldn't do in movie form. So at least we can
Mm-hmm.
still have that cinematic budget. So it won't look completely, like a whiplash effect. Basically, what I'm
Right.
saying is, if I want to do a Guyver show, I do not want the production levels to be like CW.
Oh, you know what? You know, also, for almost before I forget, Man in Black the series was also another example.
Oh yeah, the animated series. I remember I saw like the reruns of it when I still watched cable TV.
Which
And
I'm going to say is probably more in line with the comic books than the TV show. I mean,
ah
the movie. Because Jay was a totally different character in the cartoon than he was in the movie.
hmm. But he still had a little bit of that Will Smith esque.
I think the voice actor was trying to evoke Chris Tucker.
Oh,
Kay!
I will say this: Chris Tucker would have made a great like Michael Jackson impersonator.
Agent K? I mean, Agent Z? I can be Agent M. I can be
Oh
Agent M.
yes, Agent.
I'm sorry, sir. I wouldn't do it again. Please don't. Please do not normalize me, sir. Nick Cannon.
Ah,
Yeah, people forget Nick Cannon was also in Man Black 2. That was before Nick Cannon was Nick Cannon. He was
ah,
like he was that intern.
oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but
He
yeah.
had braids. He had the Skeeter braids, or at least the Leon braids from Puzzle Place. If you ever seen Puzzle Place,
I don't think I have.
nobody's ever seen Puzzle Place. It's almost like that show doesn't exist.
Hmm.
It's one
But
of it was a PBS show. That's what I'm saying.
oh, okay. But yeah, like I said, so I guess the best way we can describe a Guyver movie that we would do, it would basically be the Lord of the Rings of Guyver as an
Now,
epic
quick question.
trilogy.
Now, quick question.
Yeah.
Would you add in Valkyria, even if she wasn't really meant to be part of the Guyver storyline? She
I
was just a
would, but I would make her the villain for the HBO show
mm.
as somewhat of like a
Now,
Lisker replacement, you could say.
and next question.
Yeah.
How far would you be willing to go as far as the violence, gore, and nudity?
Well, Guyver is much more darker than any other property. So I have no problems with slaughtering zoonoids and seeing them get all cut up and everything. I mean, you've seen the anime. You know how gruesome
Mm-hmm.
it can get.
Mm-hmm.
Nudity wise, well, I'm sorry, but I'm a bit more in the Christian prudist part on that one. So
Yeah, I guess you'll let me handle that then.
it has to make sense with the story. That's all I'm saying.
Put it like this: if once Grego kills off the felt Zorlord, he can still morph back into human form, but he'll be bucka naked,
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, well, that's fine.
and
But
then he
we
and
can't. We
then
can't.
he'll change back when like I said, he'll change back when they run to show something like that, something
Yeah.
to that degree. Like certain zoonoids can we all know Zorns can revert back to their human form, but of
Yeah,
course when they transform, their clothes rip off.
yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. In like the anime and everything, there was like an explosion that sort of prohibited Gregor transforming back into human form.
Mm-hmm.
We can still do that.
Think of Underworld when
Yeah,
Ray's changes back.
yeah. Okay, I guess
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
I'm fine with that. I guess what I'm saying is I don't want to hypersexualize everything just
Dude,
because
what
we can.
dude, what you thought I was talking about? Valkyria's Guyver transformation?
Oh, oh boy, Twitter would have it would have a field day with that one. Can you just imagine it? It would fall under those controversy in news and whatnot, despite the fact that
Consider
despite the fact it's on HBO and well, they let everything else slide in HBO. But a moment like that, and all of a sudden they would want to hang us or whatnot.
hey bruh, if the situation calls for us to fall on our swords with our dignity intact, are you with me?
All right, I
I ain't,
still
I
wouldn't.
ain't, I ain't saying like hey if you want to opt out, go ahead. But I'm saying like if there's no way out, and if we take our lives by the sword with our dignity intact, figuratively speaking, I mean,
They're taking. Oh man, now you're really going into like me, like in my own like Christian beliefs and everything. So that's quite
didn't the
difficult.
faith come from didn't the faith come from Romans 2? That's another topic for another time. You don't have to answer that.
All right, yeah, that's a load. That's like, oh, I have to think more on that. That's not really on the spot thing that I'm good with.
Neil Star asked, "Sorry, had to step away for a bit. Did I miss anything?" You missed quite a bit.
Quite a bit, yes. But like in
I,
summary, I think the best way to adapt Guyver would be uh, a trilogy of movies like in Lord of the Rings, so shot by shot by shot.
but to answer his question from above, he yes, I seen Count of Monte Cristo. Neil Star.
Uh
I have seen that movie. It's a good movie.
oh, there was another. Oh, I just realized Guy Pearce as Lisker.
I was thinking the same thing too. He looks very monster esque in his own way too, with his cheekbones.
Yeah, and like I and the way that villain that he played in Count of Monte Cristo that totally.
Unfortunately, I don't think he would be down for this one. But Matthew McConaughey,
Oh yeah, you got that voice too. That a more southern
all
Lisker would
right,
be
all
pretty
right,
cool.
all right. I'm about to go and tear up this Guyver unit here, and I'm gonna return it to Kronos. And then I'm gonna be the Guyver now, and be the Guyver Zoanoid, and then I'll take over Kronos myself.
The thing is, we don't know if he actually did like if he was processed as a Zoonoid. We only saw him in human form, and then he turned into
True.
Guyver 3. So we don't know if he was processed yet, or he was just like their mold, their agent.
Let's get into the comments real quick before we start wrapping it up.
Okay.
Uh, Something about Dracula and Frankenstein up top, real quick. Oh, right. Simon Proctor mentioned about reading the original Dracula novel to have a palate cleanse for all that crap.
Oh.
Neil Star also says he kind of liked the Iron Patriot armor. I didn't say you don't have to. I didn't say you didn't have to like it.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't care for it.
that was a cool suit.
A lot of people all. I agree with a lot of people though that it should have been Norman Osborn in that suit though.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the MCU yet.
Oh, still a possibility. Sound product to Neil Star says Frankenstein is almost completely different from the movies, yet the second movie made a very clever thing where it was Mary Shelley telling a rough draft to her siblings. Gotta rewatch that one. Because I did watch the Frankenstein movies. I just vaguely remember what happened. Aside from the first movie, where I was also joined with the professor, I believe, in the rewatch
Ah,
last year. I mean,
okay.
Neil Star says, "Oh God, Disney's Pinocchio. Boy, was that an interesting childhood experience."
Mm, wasn't it?
This is from Luke Cage. My name is not Cottonmouth.
Oh,
That's a quote from Luke Cage, by the way.
okay, yeah.
It's a trigger warning for Cottonmouth and Luke Cage. He doesn't like to be called Cottonmouth. It says Cornell Stokes. That's his real name, and well, not necessarily his real name in the comics, but real name in the show. Cottonmouth's real name. It says Cornell Stokes. I actually love that name. Takes me back to Castlevania. Oh yeah, Cornell's awesome. I also like Cornell in Lords of Shadow. He's pretty cool too.
Hmm.
Beastly. Daniel starts taking over the comments real quick. He says the enzyme zonoid was always terrifying. Imagine facing a monster who's designed specifically to take out your greatest weapon, especially with that body melting acid.
Yeah.
That's why it's called enzyme. He's a living enzyme.
Make some good body horror right there for live action.
As a matter of fact, how is you with the body horror aspect?
You know, I guess I can say I appreciate it on a technical level, and I can see how it definitely would creep a lot of people out. It doesn't, like, I'm not sickened by it. Like, it's quite, I can acknowledge it. It does look disturbing, but at the same time, I just also can't help but, like, you know, marvel at like the cool effects they did, like especially like practical effects.
Just know that we know. Just know that if this idea was to come to fruition, not everybody's going to like this.
Yeah, I know. I see this as maybe still. I see this still being a cult following, but
And there might be a chance that we might not even get a chance to get a sequel. And remember, Alita Battle Angel, right?
yeah.
But you know something? I'll be happy to have made it than to never
Same.
make it at all.
Same.
Star also says Godzilla the animated series, one of the few times a show was better than the movie it spun from.
That's what I hear a lot.
Sam Proctor says, and knowing I don't know the context of that, Sam Proctor. I just saw it and got a little chuckle because every time people say that, it's always a meme. And knowing is half the battle.
Oh, we need to pick like who should compose the music for Guyver. Now think about it. This is like, you know, sci-fi, horror, action.
I'm thinking Tyler Bates, and I'm also thinking
What music has he done?
bruh. Tyler Bates.
Want to know?
300.
Oh, okay.
He did music for 300. He helped with the Transformers franchise. He was responsible for Transformers, the Bayformers franchise,
Oh, I thought Hans Zimmer did some of that.
and some Tyler Bates.
Okay. It was a collab.
Yep, they always collab with each other. He also did the Power Rangers 2017 soundtrack, I believe. And for my next pick will be Bear McCreary.
What's he done?
His pedigree. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm about to get into that
Okay.
right now. His pedigree is the God of War 2019 game. I'm doing fake Slavic.
Oh,
He also did Godzilla versus not Godzilla King of the Monsters.
oh, okay.
That's his pedigree to start.
I might pick him then if he did King of the Monsters, because that was some epic stuff. Oh, what about the composer who did Pacific Rim?
That will be I think that would be Tyler Bates too. I'm
Ah,
not sure though. I
because
think
I
Tyler
love
Bates did.
the music in
Let me
that
look that up real
one.
quick. Let me look that up real quick because I think he was the one who did it.
Okay. Another composer I was thinking of, I forget his name, but he was responsible for doing the music for Saw.
No, it's actually Ramen Djawadi, I think. Yep, Ramen Djawadi. So you'll have to be looking for him if you want to get that specific rim feel to it.
Yeah, but I guess if
I'll,
I
I'll
wanted
type up
to,
his name real quick.
okay, but I guess if I wanted to go a little bit more in the horror route, that composer who did like Saw, it
Mm.
would
Dun,
fit.
dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, heck no. I'd rather go with the guy who did the music for 28 Days Later.
Really?
Anything but that clown.
Oh,
No disrespect to the man.
thought that theme for Saw was quite good.
That's that shit is repetitive.
Pretty sure he would come
Especially
up
when they use.
different.
I'm sorry. I don't even know why I'm laughing.
I don't.
Huh?
Well, there's also Mick Gordon who did Doom.
Hmm. Yeah, we can definitely do. We
Just
can have.
imagine
Yeah.
the first time you see Guyver and you just hear at Doom's gate.
Oh yeah. Or Super Gore Nest. When you go ape on those why am I blanking on their names now? The cannon fodder is so annoying.
Oh yeah, Ram and Tiff.
Yeah, he goes ham on them.
Yeah, I already have figured out what I would definitely pick for like the soundtrack. For songs,
Hmm.
it's gonna have to be like bands like Megadeth, Judas Priest, Slayer. Uh,
Oh, okay. Sam Proctor just gave a context to the more you know.
oh,
You must have said that subconsciously.
I guess I did.
Another one I will definitely pick would be yeah, he was on my mind just now. Oh no, it's a group, Wardruna.
Wardruna.
Yeah, there's a Slavic band. They did most of the Vikings music
Ah,
for the show
okay.
Vikings. If you want to go, give it a bit of a Norse flair to it.
Hmm. Never thought of Guyver having a Norse flair to it, but
I was saying if you like certain stuff have certain aesthetic and themes built into it, not necessarily added into it like most modern writers would do. They will just add the theme in
oh, okay.
instead of just building it into the story.
Yeah.
So like we can give it kind of like a mixture of Wardruna's Slavic music.
Okay.
Give it, especially when we get into the whole like get like into the third movie, if we ever get a third movie, when we start getting more into the alien side,
Yeah.
which is the creators of the
Oh,
the
yeah.
Zoanoids and the Guyver. You get that music,
Okay.
so to speak. And this is for Neo Star real quick because he says he want to learn Slavic music.
I also wonder what would Danny Elfman bring to the table.
No, Danny Elfman.
I still want to
That
see what
dude
he could do.
that dude is repetitive. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. When he works. It works good. But I stopped paying attention to Danny Elfman when he got away from Batman.
I still give him a
No,
chance.
no, no Danny Elfman.
If he was interested enough in the
Oh, I'm
concept,
pretty sure he would be if he want the paycheck. But like, no, he's tired.
I think this is where we have to disagree on this one. I still want to see
I
what he
know.
can do. All right, if you listen to what he did on Nightbreed, it's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was still around. He was still around Batman. As soon as Batman was done and far away, he started just going to mediocrity.
John
And that's
Williams
all I gotta say.
would not fit Matchstick. I'm sorry.
Matchstick is here.
Yeah, he said John Williams. I'm like, nope, it wouldn't fit Guyver at all.
Yes, he would.
I disagree on
He'll
that
find a
one.
way. Match with,
What horror?
match. Yeah, match. I gotta address him real quick. I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. So hang tight, buddy.
I mean,
Because he and I got go live later on.
yeah. I mean, I guess you can make the case with Jaws, but still, are there any other horror pieces he did besides Jaws or Jurassic Park?
Superman.
I said horror, not Superman. Is
Superman
not
can be a
horror.
horror.
Superman isn't horror. You know this.
As Superman 3.
I barely remember Superman 3. The only thing that freaked me out was that woman turning into a cyborg, but that wasn't because of
That's
the
what I'm
music.
talking about.
It wasn't the music I remember, it was just the visuals. The music was
Yeah,
kind of
same
blanked out
here.
to me.
I heard everything.
I just remember the visuals and her screaming, and it just freaked me out as a kid. The music, I
Oh,
didn't
Neil Star
feel.
says I only asked about Count of Monte Cristo because Henry Cavill played the Count's son in the movie. He's talking about
Really?
his son. Yeah, his long lost son,
I
the
did
one that
not
she
know
gave birth
that.
to years later. I didn't know that either.
He didn't even look like him.
I know.
Maybe it was because he was so scrawny compared to him now. Like, he was kind of skinny, wasn't he?
Like I'll tell you why I'm laughing. I'll tell you why I'm laughing pretty soon. But I'm getting through the comments real quick. He says
Okay.
from Neil Star. He says I do appreciate body horror, but I'm somewhat squeamish and can only stomach so much of it. Then you would not handle the Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing,
Oh,
that
yeah.
much. He also says I'd love to learn some Slavic chants. Do tell me, try to Ooh, screw that one up. That's as close I can get with that song.
Uh,
That's Vin Vila by Wardruna. So
you
there
know
you
what?
go.
If I'm willing to give Danny Elfman a chance, maybe I'll give John Williams a chance. I'll see what he can do with Guyver.
If he's down for it, that is.
Yeah, all I'm
With
asking
jo-
for is like I'm not looking for
with
Superman or
Elfman,
Star Wars. Give me something that
with
fits this character.
with Elfman, I know he's just gonna take the check and turn out something adequate. That's all I can say about his craft later down the road. He's hang on.
Okay. Let's see.
We got 6 watchers in here.
Cool.
I don't know who the other. I know we got Matchstick, Samuel Proctor. Identify yourselves. Programs. Anyways,
I'm not sure if you were there when you went for your bathroom break much earlier, but I did say who I'd pick to be in charge of the creature effects.
Who would you pick?
I want to see a collab between Steve Wang and Guillermo del Toro.
Noah Guillermo will do a awesome job. We got Joni in here. Anyways, I know Guillermo will definitely do something with that. He will make the monsters look like straight up eldritch abominations, the
Yes,
Zoonoids.
technically they kind of are in the manga. There is a bit
In
of
fact,
Lovecraft in
in
there.
fact, bruh, all I gotta do is have somebody do a concept do the concept art of the Zoonoids, hand it to Guillermo del Toro, and I'll tell him like bruh, go nuts.
Yes, that's what we would say. We just give him the concept art and just do what you do best with this.
Cause knowing him, he's gonna put his own little trademark style to it, but it's
Yeah,
still gonna look Guyver.
it would fit his style quite well, actually. Because, like I
Push like
said,
this.
they are quite Lovecraftian, especially the story.
Grego is gonna have those trademark Del Toro lines on the shoulders and bodies.
It
All
would
the Zonoids
fit.
going,
It
but
would
at the
fit
end of the day, they're
really
gonna still
well.
look like the Zonoids.
Yeah,
They,
I'm thinking of Samael from the first Hellboy movie. When I'm thinking of like how
in
he did
fact,
Hellboy, it's
bruh, I do the writing. Del Toro's gonna do the directing.
all right.
At this point, now we will have to conflict a little bit, but if Del Toro can deliver, we'll have to back off. I'll have to tell you to back off. I like Owen. Let him do his thing. He's got the vision. We got the
Right.
vision. Let him do like there's some things we like I tell you, just be comfortable with the fact that there's a lot of things that you want to do that you know that you're probably not going to be able to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things directors have said that they regret not doing, but they know that the movie benefit without it.
All right. Well, that one thing I would ask him would be like, do you think you'll be able to like shoot the action scenes in a different way, like like maybe some more longer takes on some parts?
Mm-hmm. You talk about
That's
the
what I'm
one take trend.
at least one take.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somewhere in
We
the
can do that with
second
the
act.
cannon fodder.
Yeah, with the cannon fodder. Because I will say this, he is actually not bad at directing action. I'll say that.
No, he's not.
In fact, he gotten better in Golden Army compared to Blade 2.
No, here's the thing about Blade 2. Blade 2 was not as bad as he liked to make it out to be.
No, it
The
wasn't
pro-
bad. It's just like in comparison to the first one, it's just like the first one had
he
a bit more flow to it.
he had everything all in one camera, all in the frame of the camera. That's the thing. He
Yeah.
may did some cuts, but the cuts were flowing really well. They're like let's just put it like this. Remember that scene where he knees that vampire in the face
Was that in
in
the
that
opening
corridor
scene? He
scene?
was in
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
He was still they were still in Russia, but yeah, but he need them. Think about this like this. He need them twice in the face.
Ah.
So there was a close up shot. There's a close up shot of him knee him in the face. Then they repeat the exact same kneeing with a far away shot, and
Okay.
then they move to another shot of him punching him. Then another shot again, him punching him elsewhere. You would not have a problem following that flow of quick cutting. The problem of quick cutting of the mid 2000s was that there
Yeah.
was every cut in different angles.
Yeah. I think
Whereas
that's what it
when
was. That was a little jarring to me in Blade 2.
no, they stayed in one angle.
Oh.
Just the fact that, like I said, going back to that kneeing thing, closer shot, far away shot, same position though. That's what I mean. Same
Okay.
position. It never. That's what I'm saying. It never changed position. It's the relation where the camera was. That's what I mean. So like whenever time he would punch somebody, it'll be another position. No. It'll be in the exact same position, but in a different perspective.
All
So there
right.
was never no. Put it like this: if he had to punch somebody, like with one fist, right?
Yeah.
And he punched with a second fist. The
Yeah.
first fist that he punched will be close up, right? The
Yeah.
second fist coming from the other fist will come in at far away. Then we'll come back in close up with the second fist. Then back away with a different position. Now this time he'll throw a kick in. Then go to a different angle. He'll throw in another kick, but it'll be in the exact same position as we once were the first position, the first shot.
Yeah.
So his quick cut, put it like this: his quick cut was like a kind of like a page flipper. You know, those page flipping effects in the Animorph books.
Oh. Okay.
Think of it like that, kind of like that. Whereas in the Bourne trilogy, later on, I mean,
Yeah.
shaky cam,
Oh yeah. That's
quick,
what I want
quick,
to avoid.
quick cut to another location, quick cut to another location, quick cut to another location. Even in Taken 3, it takes three, no, it takes 20 cuts for Liam Neeson to get over a gate.
Oh.
That's how bad that was. Compared to Guillermo del Toro and Blade 2,
Yeah.
like I'd rather have that than Taken 3.
True.
Just watch that scene of him running from the police and getting over that gate. There's like 20 cuts in that one scene of him just getting over that gate.
Mm.
Makes it look like he's having a hard time getting up the gate.
Probably was at his age.
I love Rosatron when he talked about Taken 3. He had showed his edited version of it and it looked way better.
Ah. Nice.
Yeah, check out Rosatron if he's still. That's a good question. If he's still active, because he hasn't been putting out any videos lately.
Hmm.
Not that I know of.
Oh, I would say we should get the same choreographer who did Guyver Dark Hero to do the action scenes, or at least to help.
That too.
He could definitely make it even more.
Yeah,
exciting.
just do that match. Push it to left there. Like I said, I'm about to wrap it up pretty soon.
Mm.
Let me get to these two comments and we'll start wrapping it up now. But I wanted to bring up Neil Starr. He says, now that you mention it, I avoid the Thing movie like a plague. I remember watching it as a 14-year-old. That creeped me out. And I kept watching it and kept watching it and kept watching it. Even The Fly. Sam Proctor says there's a video made before Rise of Skywalker decoding the first two sequel trilogy movies John Williams scores and found out that John knew they had no idea what they were doing from the start. Link
Oh.
Share wherever you are, Sam Proctor, share it with me on MeWe or the Facebook group.
Wow.
Or share share it on Facebook or MeWe. Because I know you're on MeWe.
So Williams got the idea that no one knew what they were doing. Makes sense.
Mash also says sounds like a skit from a comedy. I don't know what they're talking about, but Officer Joint says good morning. Neil Star also mentions about Tetsuo, the Iron Man.
Ah.
Man, I knew he just came in at the tail end. He says, I think this is meant to address Tekken 3. He says they cut way too much. Had the time they cut several times just to get out one punch. One punch. Kidding. Neil Star says, I'll give the thing a chance one day when I have the guts for it. Just don't eat in front of it, dude. And don't eat in front of Mimic. That's all I gotta say to anybody. Don't eat in front of it. Anyways, so I would say I have fun talking about writing a live action Guyver movie with you.
Yeah. Which I think a trilogy would be the best way to do it, now that I think about it more and more.
Yeah. I I don't mean. Yeah, I know that you wanted to bring it to the fullest, but I did have to get a bit editor into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I'm like it. You, you don't want to tier it on to be overly ambitious.
true.
As much as you want to get everything, you gotta know that there's some things that you will have to cut out in order to make the story flow directly how you want to get to point A to point B.
Yep.
At least by the third movie. So with that being said, I had fun doing this, Owen.
Same.
Did you? No, did you really have fun doing this?
Yeah.
I like, and if anything, guys, this is where the Wolf Chimera is heading nowadays. Like, I'm still gonna try to do the topic stuff, but if you guys want to talk about your favorite fandoms, your favorite shows and stories, we can do this. It's called the Talking With. Let's go with that kind of episode ish for this whole streaming show. So in the case of Matthew Flynn, last time we did Talking Transformers with Matthew Flynn. For you today, Owen, we did Talking Guyver with
Yep.
Owen, and coming up for tomorrow, Monday, will be Sound Engravers Monday Night Muse. I don't know what topic she's going to be having, but I implore you guys to check her out every Monday. Don't know what time. Maybe 8 o'clock, right? Easter time? 11 ish? Whatever. Just check her out. Hit that reminder button. Anyways, the next day after that will be Wolf Commander Rambles, and we'll be concluding X-Men Evolution Season 4, the whole series, I mean, with Schooner Tuna. It's been quite the wild ride for us with this series. So we'll be moving on to Great Pressures. I'm going to get into that once I'm going down the chart. The day after will be Green Lion Girl's gaming stream. I think she's still continuing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm not sure yet. Also, Songs with Birdman sharing the same slot. Don't know who's going to be with Daniel Herron that night. The next day after that will be Talking MCU with Leia Plus Size returning. Everyone, she will be making her return. She already did a talk about. She and I did a talk about pandering last Thursday, and now she will be returning for this coming Thursday. Friday, I'm pretty sure. Later on Thursday will be Professor Geek doing his usual Catholic Bible Geek Bible study, along with the book study of Kenobi with his friend Big Al. Or Al Baca, as he likes to be called.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Friday, I will be joining Troy again on fixing the Universal Monster universe. And I do believe he will be open for other guests to join us, or at least I will be definitely joining as a guest, but he will be having a StreamYard open for anybody who wants to talk about fixing the Universal Monsters. Or I'm not. No, actually, no. I think it'll be me, Age Boomer, or we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, Neil Star, you can join us if you want. If you want to do the NCU chat, you don't have to. You're not obligated to stay with us, but if you want to join us, feel free to talk with me about it, and you can just be temporarily there. So do that. I think later on that day, earlier that day, Green Lion Girl will be doing OG Final Fantasy. She'll be streaming during the daytime, or at least evening time in her case, daytime in my case. When it comes to Saturday, it's Big Al with the Russian movie I Am Dragon, or He Is a Dragon. Sunday, I'm not sure what we'll be doing Sunday for my side of the things, but we have study hall as well as another we watch with me and Miss Meshik, which I'm going to be doing later on tonight. Uh, Tuesday next yeah, Tuesday, next Tuesday, me and Schooner Tuna. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just turned my lamp on.
Okay. Me and Schooner Tuna will be talking about the first two X-Men movies, live action. We'll be continuing the month, Black History Month. I know what I said in the pandering stream, but that's keeping with tradition, of course. So we'll be talking about the first two X Men movies. We're actually going to be talking about each two of the X Men movies down the road for each Tuesday. So I'm going to keep that X Men trend going. But Thursdays will be the topic free open slots. Anybody who has a topic to join me, please, you know where I am. You know where I am on Facebook. You also know where I am on MeWe. You can even contact me on Minds. You know who I am on Minds. And you can contact me on Twitter, which is my Twitter is DreadWolf1990. But that's all I gotta say for now, guys. Um, Thank you, Owen, for joining us tonight. For joining me tonight. This has been the Wolf Commander, your werewolf, and this has been my Guyver Patriot. Sign us out, Owen.
Yes. Thank you all for listening to our ideas on how we would do a proper Guyver adaptation. Be sure, if you haven't yet, to hit the like, subscribe, and if you don't, I will come visit you in the middle of the night, and I will open my Mega Smashers upon you.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. That'll be it for everybody. And match. What do you mean by stream? What stream? Sorry.
I think he means you guys' stream. That'll happen later after
Yeah.
this.
Oh, link me. Link if you're talking about our stream, link us the stream for tonight. You and me. You have to look it here. Like I said, that's been the Wolf Commander Rambles. This has been your Wolf Commander Wolf Tan, and this is it. Signing out. Say goodbye, Owen.
Goodbye, Owen.
Ow!
Guyver!